Good morning. Hooking up my collagen coffee. I'm getting older, and collagen is more important every day. I got a nice chocolate flavor. Makes my coffee kind of like a hot cocoa, mocha, whatever. I start out my day with that. I've already had a cup, but I'm gonna have another one because I'm sitting here and it's a beautiful day in Indianapolis, Indiana, and me and Dee Dee are bored. So, and it's Sunday morning, so let's just hang out, go live, and see what's happening out there with y'all. I took Dee Dee out for her walk, multiple potties. She's had trouble with this dog food that I've had her on, and it's the either diamond buffalo or blue buffalo or blue diamond something or other buffalo. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. It seems like it's not agreeing with her pH balance. So what that's caused is, I thought she might have picked up some germs when I took her to the vet. I told you guys that. And so they gave her a probiotic and probably an antibiotic and whatever. And we tried to see if it would straighten out. So when she took the probiotic for a few days, I had her on a bland diet of chicken and rice, like real chicken, and like I cooked it right. She ate like people food, chicken and rice. We did that for 5 days, and it tended to kind of straighten her out a little bit. So instead of pudding consistency, it got like normal. And then at the end of the 5 days, I had to put her back on the food. Well, when I put her back on the food, we went back to pudding, which isn't good. So I looked up a couple things on Google, and I found out that to see if dogs could have apple cider vinegar, because the benefit for us when we take apple cider or drink apple cider vinegar is that it helps our gut with good bacteria, right? So once I kind of determined that something's going on with her gut, so then I looked up to if dogs could have apple cider vinegar, and yes, they can have apple cider vinegar. So I was like, okay, great. So I give her a little bit. Before she knew what she was drinking, she got a few good gulps down, right? And then she realized, ew, this doesn't taste good, right? So, however, that little treatment of the apple cider vinegar, then her stool, sorry to start your morning with this talk, but it became normal again. So now I'm really sure that it's a gut thing, right? So from what the Google article said, dogs have an alkaline system. So the apple cider vinegar to that tends to soothe their gut. And of course, it's because of the probiotics and whatnot. So then I had to talk with my sister, my sister is a big dog person. She knows a lot. And so she said, I think you should change that food. I said, yeah, I think so too. So I'm trying her on Purina 1 Plus Healthy Puppy, which is it looks tasty, and it has like chicken chunks in it, right? So not that I'm going to try it, but anyways, when we were at my sister's house, Dee Dee wanted that food. And she was going crazy over wanting that food. So, but I didn't let her have it. But so now I had some delivered to the truck yesterday because I'm still sitting here at the truck stop, and she went crazy. Like, she loved it. But of course, you got to give the when you change a dog's dog food, you got to give it a day or so to like stabilize or whatever. So she still had the pudding all day yesterday. She ate the new stuff all day yesterday. And today we have good consistency of normal doggy do. So, good morning, everybody. So we're talking crap this morning. But the good news is, there's my sis. The good news is that I think hopefully this stays stable and this will be better for her. My sister raves about it, so we're trying it. Give me 1 second. Gotta tell her that I'm live because she might pop in here. Okay, so hi Goji. Yeah, I caught your video this morning, young sir. My name is Nobody's in the House and Rig Pig's in the house. Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning from Indianapolis, Indiana. My puppy poo talk is finished. I just want to let you know. I think we're good for now. I'll keep you posted. Not that you care. Thank you, Rig Pig. It's I don't worry about the spelling of my name so much. Like, I don't get totally nerdy about correcting everybody all the time. But yeah, my name is spelled differently. So I appreciate those of you that look out for that and at least correct it and stuff like that. So, but I don't really make that big a deal out of it. But yeah, it's different. Most Shannon's names are spelled Shannon. That's actually the masculine form of the name. But through America, it just kind of like nobody cared. And I never did ask my mom. We might ask her that one day, like why she spelled it A-N. But anyway, I hope y'all are doing well this morning. Thank God I'm in beautiful weather. I am headed home for Monday for a day. And then I'm back out Tuesday evening. So I got like a day and a half. I need to go to the bank, conduct some business for my business. And yeah, that's kind of, I'm just making a quick in, quick out. So if the universe works with me, I'll be able to get to the bank, meet with the branch manager, because when you're a business owner, you have to meet with a branch manager to make any changes or add somebody to your bank account. And my daughter is taking over my real estate business and all of that. So I need to get her on the bank account. And the only way I can do that is to show up in person. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish. So going home, I'm going to see everybody real fast. I'm going to introduce Dee Dee to all the other dogs. My family has 6 dogs. I almost got as many dogs as grandchildren, or almost got as many grandchildren as dogs. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 grandchildren and we have 6 dogs. And that includes Dee Dee now, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, Dee Dee makes number 7. A pack of 7. We have a pack of dogs. So she's got to meet the pack. So we're going to get that done, all done in a day and a half. Rick Pick says, well, my moms would slap me behind the head if I called someone by the wrong name. I appreciate you respecting your mother and her rules. That's awesome. Ponzi Zombie Killer's in the house. Hey, now, have a good ride back to TCB. What is TCB? What's TCB, Ponzi Killer? Ponzi zombie killer. Yeah, so I did back to gaming with Goji. Goji, how old are you? I would guess you're between 8 and 10 years old, sir. But you are, this kid can play some games, I'm telling you. So I checked out his channel this morning because he popped into Sterling's live yesterday. And so he had told me that he subbed to me. And so I went over to check out his channel this morning, and that young man's a gamer, and he's got it going on with the channel and everything. Oh, taking care of business. Okay. Okay. Taking care of business. Let me put that one up there. Rig Pig has 7 grands. All right. The other code name Trucker's Coach. Oh my goodness. I know what's all wrapped up into that. Good morning, Rooster Cruiser here. Good morning. So it's Sunday, the first day of the week. So let's kick it off with some coffee. Just passing some time. Want to see what's going on with everybody else. Are you chilling? Are you driving? If you're driving, try not to text. It might not be safe unless you have voice to text, I guess. But if you're chilling, let me know where you're chilling at. The other code name Trucker's Coach says TCB is an old Elvis saying. Oh, okay. Elvis was, I remember, like, when I was little, I remember watching the old Elvis movies. Do you remember those? My grandma was into that. I mean, it's Elvis, right? He was something. That's back when you could just catch a movie on television and not have to pay subscriptions and all that stuff for it. So yeah, so I pick up tonight here, and then I'm is that glaring too bad? Let's see. Is this better? Is this better, guys? Probably. Don't have to wait freaking glow over your screen. I would love it if StreamYard would give the dark mode black screen, because when you turn it on, it's all white, other than where I'm at on the screen. Max Force is in the house. Hey, Max Force, how you doing? The other codename Trucker's Coach is chilling with a wife on Houghton Lake. Oh, Houghton Lake. Houghton Lake's great. I'm from Michigan, in case you didn't know. I'm from Flint. That's where I'm headed at. I'm headed home. Houghton Lake is definitely, Houghton Lake is, you can camp there. You can get a cabin there. It's a beautiful, beautiful lake. Beautiful place to go in Michigan. Peaceful. The people that live around, like, it's a quiet little town, but a lot of people go there. A lot of people have properties up there, like the up north cabin thing going on. Yeah, that's awesome. So cheers to you and the wife chilling up there. How long are you there for? A long time? Do you live there? What's going on? And I appreciate you coming in to have coffee with me this morning. The coffee cup of the day. I literally just had it. There it is. The speed at which I can misplace something in a little tiny living area amazes me. This is my coffee cup of the day. I got this for $5 at Walmart. I hate paying $12, $17, $18, $24 for a coffee cup. Like, I just can't do it. So when I see something this cool for $5, I'm like, yeah. And it's nice because it has the message, like, as how you hold it, it's all there for you, like billboard. The other codename Trucker's Coach says, we've been here 28 years. Okay. So you must have a home there and all that. That's fantastic. The fishing up there is great. For you fishermen out there, it's a great place to just take off and go fishing. There's some good little bars around there. Everybody's kind of like in a great mood. It's a nice place. It's a great vacation spot. Like if you just want to get away, but like to a small town type scenario with some cabins in the water, right? The lake is the big deal. There's seasonal festivals up there too. Um, so you can look that up online and see what's going on. It's always a good party when those periods of time, right? If you're up there for one of those things, one of those events, the parties are going on at the local bars. Pigtail has joined us. Good morning, Pigtail. How you doing today? You driving? You sitting? What's going on? Rig Pig is in the northwest Wyoming Cody area, and it's 18 degrees and a little breezy here. Oh man, so still cold. I know we're all ready for it to be springtime, man. What's weird to me is that the whole country, and this could very well be me being oblivious to the national situation probably my whole life, because I just look at what is happening at home in Michigan. But to me, it seems strange that it seems like the whole country has been slapped with these weird winter storms that seem unusual. It seems unusual to me, but it could be just that I've been unawares my whole life that this happens every year in those areas. Like, because if you remember a while back when I ventured out in October, when I ventured out to Nevada for the first time, and so went through Wyoming, right? It was beautiful going out, but coming back I was hitting, especially when I got to Wyoming, I hit ice. And I was like, the only thing I ever understood about Wyoming was that it was windy, right? Because it's flat and whatnot. I had no idea that they actually got winter on the half of the country. So, but I've learned now. I've met people, I've like Sterling lives out there and Nevada's live out there and all of that. So now I've learned, like, yeah, it has winter. When I was teaming 3 years ago, when I got my CDL, so our route was, we drove auto parts from Michigan down to Laredo and El Paso. And so I've got footage from that where I was crapping my pants when we were driving through, not literally, but when we were driving through New Mexico, which I thought was a desert, which it is. But when I saw frost there and snow, when I was taking video, I thought I was catching like a miracle. Like, this just never happened. Right? Because it was winter in the desert. And I've never known that, right? Like, I just thought it was like hot desert all the time, 100% of the time. Pigtail's driving, so he's going to listen. Okay. The other codename Truckers Coach says, got a house, pole barn, inland, ran my own trucking company here. Oh, what a dream. What a dream. Like, if I could have everything my way, I would do the same thing. Because Michigan, I love Michigan. And I know land is expensive up there now because of what it is and all that. And it's popular. But I still want to like acquire like 90 acres in the UP. And I would love to be able to operate my trucking company out of there. I don't feel like it might be real feasible because it's out in the middle of nowhere. But if I could have everything my way, my truck just started. If I could have everything my way, like, that's what I would want to do. Because I want to get out in the middle of nowhere and have lots of land and lots of room for several trucks. The other codename Truckers Coach says, the wife wanted me to mention our oldest son and daughter-in-law live in Flint. Oh, I wonder if we know them. Your oldest son and daughter-in-law. Is one of my daughters Your daughter-in-law? I have 3 daughters. No, I'm just kidding. I know all the parents of my son-in-law, so uh Rig Pig says ice in Wyoming only like 7 months out the year. I know, right? So I learned the hard way by just like going. And to me, I was like, cool, I'm gonna venture across the country for the first time, like go out all the way, to the farthest point I've ever been. And I do it in October. And so I didn't know any different. I didn't know that there were points where I should have to have chains and stuff like that. I just went. So the ride out there was everything I imagined it to be. Beautiful, sunny, the scenery was great, all that. Little wind through Wyoming and whatnot, right? I get there, deliver, find a load, coming back, and I come back. When I come back, that's when I tasted Wyoming, like that, the cold Wyoming. And in the meantime, my mentors are like, I would never go out west at past October 1st. I'm like, oh, I know now you tell me this. But I didn't consult anybody before I booked the loads. I just was like, okay, I'm going to get that. Lesson learned. And then I was out there and it got really, really bad where we had to get off the road for the night. And people are still driving out there. And I'm like, I made the video like, these guys are idiots. It was that bad. And then the fact that they sand the roads, the ice. I'm from Michigan. We have armies of salt trucks. It blows my mind that somebody's common sense would say, yeah, let's put sand on the icy road. I don't understand that at all. Okay, you're going to save money. Okay, I guess if you figure, okay, well, it's better for the environment. To me, that don't make no damn sense. Like, what's sand going to do? Add a little bit of grit, which can easily be covered with more water and frozen over, and then it smooths out, and then there's no grit traction. Wyoming, why can't you have salt? Any of these states that put sand on the road and think that like that's the solution? What? Max Force says quite the contrary. The desert can get real damn cold in the rain. Lesson learned, right? I'm a nut, and I research a lot of stuff, but for some reason, like these things missed me. Probably because I thought that's something I already knew. When I know that I don't know something, like I'll research it, but I learned as I was already booked on the trip. So I got my lessons. And thank God that I had, like, Sterling was an angel to me because he was looking out for me from the Google Earth, like, the whole way. Kind of, and he lives out there, so he knows what to expect all over the place. And he was very cool about looking out for me and telling me, like, what I could expect and all this other stuff. So teamwork is awesome. So I appreciate all you guys for giving me advice as I go. The other codename Truckers Coach says the UP has a market. You just have to get into that game. Usually heavy haul. Yeah, because the logging is up there, right? That might be a plan for the future. I mean, that's what I would end up, but I'm not getting any younger, so if I can accomplish it in enough time where I'm still moving around, then I might. I'm still learning a lot with my business. Growth is going to require probably, I'm sure, some debt. And my company is this will be my second tax return for my trucking company. So my second year's tax return. And and if anybody doesn't know, like, don't even think about business credit until you got 2 years under your belt. Like, they don't even consider you real until 2 years. And then once you got 2 years in and you can prove it, then they really look at you like, okay, well, you made it this far. I'm sure it's easier for a company that's 5 years old, obviously, versus 2 years, but at least they try to take you seriously once you have 2 years. Because my bank simply was like, get 2 years tax returns under your belt, then we'll talk about starting a credit line for the business or something like that. So that's what I've been waiting on. And I don't want to get in debt. That's like the worst thing to me. But as I'm continuing, I do have to learn more about that stuff to grow if I want to, or even if it's just to stay one truck, I want my business to have great credit, like, regardless. So I got to learn to play that game eventually here. So right now, before they'll even let me in the little fence to try to learn or to try to start playing the game, I had to show 2 years tax returns. I'm so freaking white. I promise you guys, when I was in Florida, I tried to get sun. Because I know, like, my videos, like, when the light hits me, I'm glowing. Like, oh, geez, I'm so white. I need some skin color. So I tried to get some sun, and I stayed south like all winter. So I try to get sun every chance I got. Apparently, I haven't achieved sunburn, or I got maybe some color, but not like a tan or nothing like that. Lance Calhoun is in the house. Good morning, Lance Calhoun. Thanks for coming in and have coffee with me today. How's my reception, guys? My little Wi-Fi thing has like 1 spec, 2 specs, 1 spec. So please let me know the second you see a problem. That really ticks me off, because the reason is I have StreamYard, but I'm using my phone as the hotspot, and my phone has a strong full signal. But every time I'm on StreamYard, like, it shows me like it's weak or whatever. Lance Calhoun says, don't ask me about icy roads when they freeze here in Arizona, so I go to South Dakota. The other codename Truckers Coach says, how long you been with Dart? I've been with Dart since November the year before last, so 21. November 21. Because this November of 22 was my 1 year, and I'm still here. So that's how long I've been with Dart so far. So I'm halfway through my lease. Pioneer Spirit is in the house. He says, hello, Shannon. The other codename Truckers Coach says, be very careful with business credit. Right. I am apprehensive to even, I don't want to grow too fast. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. Like, I'm a very slow decision maker. So I always do my research, in the immediate, I want it available if I have to have it in case of dire straits. But even then, it has to make sense, right? But I want a company with a good credit rating. I want everything about my company to look healthy, to be healthy. And I'm focusing a lot on my structure and all the things that I have to do for the company's strength and health. This is not about me making a lot of money personally, because I'll tell you what, I'm not. I'm building my business. So just about everything is being put into the business, because I'm very adamant about having a strong foundation before anything else. Because to do it any other way doesn't make sense to me. So that takes sacrifice, and that's my stage that I'm in right now. I'm in the super sacrificial stage. Rick Pig says, I think they use sand because some politician's kid owns a giant sandbox and profits heavily from it. Just kidding. Not sure why they use it. No, Wyoming is way behind the times. See, that's how I'm feeling. I'm like, what? Like, I can't even, I'm trying to imagine the logic behind that, and I just can't. Like, dirt and water makes mud, which also is slippery. Somebody told me once that it was an environmental thing. Okay. I think salt's okay. Because, Michigan is about our environment too. Trucking with MC is in the house. Good morning, Trucking with MC. He says, what's up? There you are. Here I am. Kicking off the new week with y'all. With my very own coffee cup today. My dog mom hat. I thought it was cute. I don't know. Anything pink, I love it. It was pink. And, I got my little baby Dee Dee right here. Oh, you guys should see Dee Dee. There's no better way to start off a good stream without showing the puppy. Hi, I was taking a nap, right when I go live. She's not spunky or nothing. Come here. She's getting so big too. Watch this. She's gonna hate me for waking her up. We had a good morning today, and she had breakfast. Let's see if I can show you how big she is. Look at my girl. You gonna say hi to everybody? No. Hi, everybody. Yeah. So she's now 2 arms full. She was just a handful when we first got her. She's 3 months old now. Look at this. She's a big old hunk of meat now. So she's taking up more space, and she's figured out how to jump onto the bed now. She can't make it every time, but she makes it sometimes. So she's, her size is helping her out. She started to get on the passenger seat and look out the window. She would never do that before. So I think just she's getting bigger, she's getting a little bit more confident. She loves people so much. Anytime we're out and she sees a person, doesn't matter who it is, she's like, pew, trying to go to them and wagging her tail, and I have to hold her back. Because not everybody loves puppies. There's a lot of guys out here that give dirty looks when they look at her. I'm like, how can you not love this face? But yes, she's just a lovey. So she loves everyone and is very excited to see any other human being. Looks like Nomadic Brick's in the house. Hold on, eaters. Hang out with me for a second. Nomadic Brick is in the house. Oh, wait, I missed a comment. The other... Let me get it. Do you currently have a 5-year personal and business plan? I have a 10-year business plan, which also includes my other business, which is my real estate company. So I have had, my real estate company was born first before my trucking company came into play. So, can you say hi? Can you wake up and say hello? Say hi. Say hello to her. Say hello to everyone. Not the lips. Look at. Okay, here's one more look, guys, because she wants to get down. She's not interested in talking to you today. beautiful girl. Her spots, so like I just love her. She's just gotten more beautiful as she gets bigger. She is a Australian Shepherd and a Blue Heeler. Her parents are pedigree, both of them. Her dad was the Australian Shepherd, and her mama was the Blue Heeler. Beautiful, beautiful cattle dogs. So we're getting along just fine now. But the bigger, she's wanting to get out of the truck more and more. I see that. And so, which is fine because I wanted her to get me out of the truck, and she gets me out of the truck. We got to do lots of exercise. But, so far the new dog food is good, day one. She seems to like it. Okay, there's your puppy fix, guys. I got to put her down. Okay. Yeah, my personal plan is to work my business plan. I'm very focused on it because it is, I'm working on a future for my family as well. And really that's the main thing to me. It's okay. I have a backup plan if everything doesn't work out. I even got that. So I'm definitely the planner. Nomadic Brit's in the house, and he says dropping tank in PA, then picking up a loaded tank and headed to New Jersey. Nomadic Brit, we were close. We were close in Illinois. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but I was like, oh, I just had no time. And I'm sure you didn't either. I was there to get and go and get back down to Indiana. So that's where I'm at. Everybody saying hi to Brit. The other code name, that's a long name, brother. Definitely enjoy talking to you on the phone. I'll give you my number so we can do it again sometime. Oh, he's saying that to Brit. Okay. Pioneer Spirit says, Nomadic Brit, do you have a mid-roof only to haul chemical, or could you have a Western Star 82-inch roof? I think you could have any kind of truck with this tanker there. Some days I wish. Some days I wish and I think like, oh, I should go tanker. If you guys don't know, like that was my original plan. I was going to go to Schneider. I was going to go through tanker training, and I was going to drive tanker for Schneider. Because I already tried the heavy haul thing. I wanted to go into heavy haul. And I had to get my experience first. I interviewed with some local companies for like the asphalt companies and things like that. I actually have a job that I could take at any time, going to work for one of the companies, which makes an extreme amount of money. That's always like on the back burner, but I had to go get some experience first. So I had to kind of go OTR, get OTR experience before I could come back and be considered serious to anybody. They wanted me to have experience. So then the heavy haul thing, they were like, yeah, you should get flatbed experience. So then I delved into flatbed and tanker. And Schneider was ready to scoop me up, but I needed like I had to wait 2 more months to get enough experience for them to take me into their program at the time. So I went to do I either continued what I was doing or went to do something else for that time. And, oh yeah, that's when we got laid off for COVID. It was during that time. So as soon as I went to US Express to look into the lease purchase program, I went down there for orientation and everything. And I decided that's what I was just going to go ahead and go right into lease purchase with them. But I needed to go down there, see the contract, read the contract, write all that stuff. So I hadn't made a totally solid decision. I was making unemployment, so I didn't have to make any choices. I didn't have to do nothing. So I went down there while I was on unemployment. In the meantime, the day that Schneider called me back, and I was going to do this with US Express, Schneider finally said, hey, we can waive some of the time on 2 months or whatever, and we can get you going. So I said, well, let's talk about the money, right? So we got down to the money. The guy didn't give me any attractive information about the money. And I was like, I'm trying to make money. So I was distracted from the tanker division because of that. And I just put it on hold. So I never went back to it. Because they were telling me like, oh, you have to wait all this time and it's only like 42 cents a mile. It was something ridiculous like that. Max Force wants to know, Nomadic Brit. Nomadic Brit, you can just hit the link because everybody wants to talk to you. So you're welcome to join me if you want. Pioneer Spirit says, who doesn't love puppies that sad? I know. Like, I'm amazed. Like, people look like they're going to punch me in the face if I let that dog near them. So maybe they're allergic. Maybe they just hate dogs. It's okay. I respect people's space. And I keep her back, even though she's wildly trying to get to them so she can, be petted and whatever. She starts acting like a kangaroo. Pioneer Spirit says, plans can change on a dime without our consent. Case in point, pandemic. Yeah, right? It's true. Adapt and adjust. It's been my whole life. My circumstances and consequences have required me to be very smart about adapting and adjusting even when the plan didn't happen. Trucking with MC is rolling through Chicago and headed to Minnesota. How's the weather up there? Just curious. Nomadic Bird says, we don't have seasons over here. Work is always consistent. Nothing slows. Yeah. And Bull of the Woods is in the house. What's up, Bull of the Woods? Yeah. I mean, I know you don't stop. Sometimes it scares the crap out of me because you're driving in the mountains with the tanker full of poison or whatever. And I'm thinking, some days I feel like because of that, I'm like, oh, I'm glad I didn't do that. That's scary. It's scary enough in a drive-in. So, I don't know. Like, I could do it, but I would want to stay in the Midwest where it's flat, for one. And definitely not be driving on no icy conditions with it. Number two. So, cheers to you, no matter what, because you're like super brave. Talk about handling stress. Trucking for Fun is in the house. He says, hello, Shannon. Nomadic Brit saying hi to TJ. Trucking with MC says, nice weather right now, 50 degrees. Okay, good. So I hope that spring is coming in and is just that the worst is over, right? Will it with me? Like, the worst is over. Sunshine and warm spring is coming. Do you guys plant gardens? I want to plant my garden this year. So I want to be around home and be ready to put everything in the ground. If I can get it planted, then I'll take right back off. I'm a mad farmer. Like, when I'm at home, I do live in the city, but I have a humongous 24 by 48 greenhouse that's next to my house on the empty lot that I bought. That's like my happy place. And so many people have stopped and offered to buy it for me, and I will not get off of it. That's mine. I love it. It's just, I haven't done anything with it for the last 2 years. Yeah, I'd say probably 2 years. It's been sitting there just like abandoned. But you should have seen the garden that I had. That's my happy place. So I want to plant my garden again. I want us to get some fresh food and things like that, especially considering the prices and all this doom and gloom talk and whatever. I want to know, like, hey, we at least got something growing. The garden's, pumping. My daughter's there to take care of it. I'm the planter. everything in my garden there's a method to how I do it. So I would love to enjoy doing that and getting really dirty this year for a couple of days. Nomadic Brit says, I've been staying in the north because of the rates. Oh, I bet. Yeah. Trucking with MC says, yes, I'm ready for sundress season. I bet you are. I bet all you guys are. Yeah, I like to I think light t-shirts is as light as I get with my clothes. And maybe some yoga pants, right? I don't wear shorts while I'm driving. I stay in safe. I don't even wear the yoga pants. Like I have so what my daily attire for work is scrubs. Like medical scrubs like the doctors wear and nurses. That's what I wear. It's super comfortable. It's cool in the summer and it's fine to wear in the winter. You don't get like really cold or nothing like that, but it's like pajama bottoms. It's comfortable pajama bottoms, but they look professional. So to me, it's like, and then if you get stuff on them, amazingly, like the stains wash out very good. So that's my pants of choice while we're working. And then I do a t-shirt, right? A lot of times it's my company t-shirt, my Dart t-shirt, my Dart hat. I'm trying to look as professional as possible. And I wear my steel-toed Red Wing boots, which I love, which are as comfortable as slippers. Pioneer Spirit says, there is a guy in Nebraska who grows tropical fruits in his greenhouse. Yeah, there's lots of possibilities if you can control the temperature. It's really hard in Michigan because our summers get too hot inside the a plastic covered greenhouse, and the winters are so cold, and I'm not willing to heat the greenhouse. Like that's going to cost money. Like I'm not. So it's built, it's there. It's better for when we do grow that we just keep the plastic off of it. The problem is we have a groundhog that is so goddamn giant, and she's been living at my house for like 5 years. It's probably had a couple of litters of babies. I don't know. But she's very healthy, and she's the problem. And we've tried to shoot her a bunch of times, not me, but when I was with my significant other at the time, he tried to shoot her a bunch of times, but the bullet never hits her. So she eludes us. But she doesn't bother anything. If there's no crops planted, she doesn't bother anything. So I just let her be. She's kind of interesting to watch because she's freaking huge. She's huge. She's been living good at my place for a long time. But when it comes to when my crops are in, and she wants the kale, I am not mad at her. It's great. She, so trying to figure out something to keep the garden protected, that's my issue. Because she's a groundhog, so she can go up underneath if she really wanted to. I mean, we can put the little lattice or garden fence around it to try to keep her out of there. Maybe some chicken wire. Something. But then the bunnies come from the woods. I had beautiful little strawberries planted, and the bunnies came over and had a good time on my strawberries. And I have lots of birds. So things like that are the reasons why to keep the plastic on. But man, it gets so hot in there. So airflow is very important. So it's a challenge anyways, but that's my thing. So I'm just hoping to plant it this year. We'll try to put some little animal fences up and see if we can pull that off. Pale Rider TV is in the house. Good morning, Pale Rider. If you guys didn't catch it, Pale Rider interviewed me yesterday morning. And so we did coffee over there at his place. And so that was a nice show. So if you feel like catching that, it's on Pale Rider TV. We talked a little bit about how I got into trucking and whatnot. Six Semper Tyrannus is in the house saying good morning to us. Everybody's saying hi to each other. The other codename trucker coach says, do you wear tennis shoes, boots, or flip-flops? I wear steel-toed Red Wing boots. I I like being in work clothes when I'm working. I like looking professional and being safe, which means protecting my little toesies. And so I spent the money on a nice pair of boots. My Red Wings will probably last me forever and ever, and I could pass them on to my kids. Those are some great boots. And they're as comfortable as slippers. So I wear my work, and I can go in any, mess, ankle deep mud puddles, right? And they don't leak. They keep my feet dry. They keep my feet warm in the wintertime, so I'm always in my boots. When I get in the truck, I'll put my flip-flops on. I have a pair of Crocs that are just nice and comfortable, right? And those are like my truck slippers or whatever. And if I go out, if I'm on a break and I go out or somebody picks me up or whatever, then I have a really brand new pair of tennis shoes, which I just bought last week, by the way, that will go with my civilian clothes. So that's all I got. You don't need nothing more. Nomadic Brit says, are rates and loads getting better out there? It hasn't yet to me, but I've been staying pretty consistent the whole time. So I'm okay. I'm still it's okay. I'm still scraping by though. So I'm hoping now that we're into March that I'm going to see some relief. I am back up in the Midwest though. So to me, that's my area. You know that. And I'm hoping to see those better rates now that I'm back up in my home turf. Pioneer Spirit says, my 5-year goal plans is to buy a ranch in Wyoming and haul a tanker behind my K100E and Western Star 4900 Stratosphere. I hope all your dreams come true, Pioneer Spirit. I know that's cab over, right? That you always talk about. Pioneer Spirit has big dreams of having this cab over, you guys. Trucking with MC says, so many deer at my new house, can't plant anything. They eat everything up. Oh, yeah, and then there's deer, right? I mean, you got to come up with a solution because there might be a day when you got to grow your food. So you got to figure it out. I'm just saying, I have to figure it out too. We have to figure it out, how to keep them out of everything because food's getting more expensive. Six Emperor Tyrannus is saying hi to Brett. Pioneer Spirit says, when did wearing flip-flops become a thing in trucking? It's disgusting to see people looking so unprofessional. Flip-flops are in the shower only. I mean, I understand it because we're out here. You want to be comfortable. You're on a long haul, whatever. You're just relaxed in whatever clothes you relax in, right? Guys wear shorts, guys wear t-shirts, and then they throw on some flip-flops because they're just going to run into the truck stop and come out, grab something to eat, whatever. I think everybody does that. We're at home here, and if we're not at the customer, if we're not conducting business at the shipper or the receiver, I can see everybody just want to chill and be comfortable when you can, right? So I get that part of it. But I agree with you on the side of when we're at the shipper receiver. My opinion is that I should be dressed so when you look at me, I'm a professional truck driver. I look like a professional truck driver, and I'm representing the broker and my carrier and myself as a professional. So that's just me, though. Not everybody has that opinion. Not everybody gives a crap. Not everybody carries himself with some kind of integrity or whatever. They're just there. They're just there. I see some really sloppy. It's laziness, right? You see some guys that are really looking sloppy and lazy. When it's time to go to work, go to work. I'm just saying. Look like you're working. Look like you're dressed to work. Safety is always an issue too. When I'm at the mills, I'm in my cute little hard hat, which is just a little white hard hat. I have my hard hat on. I have my safety vest on. I have my steel-toed boots. So they can't look at me and say, hey, you got to have this on. Like, you should know that as a professional truck driver. When you go into mills, 98% of the time, probably 100% of the time, they have requirements. If you see them guys walking around with hard hats, you need to be in a hard hat. If you see them walking around with safety vests, you need to be in a safety vest. If you see them walking around with boots, you need to have boots. And I think all truckers should have steel toe boots anyways because of our machines. But again, that's just me. That would be my, as the boss, I'm going to have those rules for my employees. Those are the same rules that I abide by for myself as my own employee. So, to me, that's common sense. And I probably had training like that in school a little bit, right? I see some bad stuff. You know what I saw the other night, you guys? Tell me what you think about this. I saw this gentleman in front of me, and then I saw what I assume was his wife get out, and then I saw two little babies get out of that truck. I had a whole lot of mixed feelings going on when I saw that. A whole lot. These babies was barely the first one was barely walking size. I mean, toddling by holding the hand, right? That size. The other one was probably about 5 years old. What do you think about that? Because I had all kinds of stuff going through my head about that. Pioneer Spirit's going to get a second cup of coffee. Okay. I need to probably make myself another one while my truck's running. Rig Pig says, don't forget safety glasses. Oh, yeah. I keep them right here in case I need them. I wear my glasses, so usually that suffices, but you see how fast? They're right there. And I have an extra load bar in here in case I ever need it. I have my broom in here so I can keep my trailer clean. And I have my tool bag inside. Preparedness. So yeah, I don't I respect the shippers and receivers roles for their guys. There's no reason I should think for 1 second that I can roll in there and look like I'm coming off the beach for 10 minutes to deliver this load, and then I'm going back. And people do it. It sucks. I have my own opinions about what judgments I can make about that. I understand you want to stay comfortable. I understand some days you're running split brakes and you're tired and you don't give no damn. I get it, but you got to. When at the point when you are about to show up in representation for your carrier and the broker that you're working with, you should become your professional business self, right? And stand out. It takes. What do you got to do it for an hour? Really? Just saying. So hit the like, guys, if you haven't. If you're in here, please. I need some likes. What do you guys think about that? I'll tell you what my thoughts. I have quite a few thoughts. I'm gonna tell you what they are. For sake of conversation. At first, I was like, "You got to be kidding me." My mother. I'm a mom, right? So my mom came out. My mom head came out. It was like, oh my God, he's not supposed to have kids on the truck. They got to be 9 or 10 years old. And then I thought, maybe he's an owner operator and maybe they can have different rules. Usually insurance companies don't want kids that young on a truck. Because it's the insurance company that has the rule, right? And then I'm like, look at his truck and I'm like, he works for a company. I bet they don't know. Should I call him and tell him? Should I take a picture and be like, bro, Your man's got kids on this truck. And then my heart and my soft side comes in, and I'm like, you know what though? That's that man's livelihood. I don't know his story, even though that's messed up. Like, it's messed up on a professional level, and to me, a responsibility level. But I don't know that man's story, and to give him the benefit of the doubt, and maybe if they don't have a home and they're living out of the truck and that's their situation. I've heard about that stuff before. Who am I to like mess up his livelihood, right? And then I was just like, my compassion came through, and I was like, okay, I'm going to assume that they're doing this because they have to, and they're not thinking about the safety of their children. And the only reason you probably wouldn't think about the safety of your children is because you were forced into this situation because you have to be in that situation. So I chose to take that thought. They all came rushing in, and I was like, right. I chose to let the man do his thing and not say a word. What would you have done? Or have you seen it before? James Clark is in the house. Good morning, James Clark. He says, I think nothing of a family in a truck. I don't judge. I don't know anything. They may want to be there. Okay, fine. But, my grandkids want to come with me too. But guess what? I can't do that. That's against the rules. It's against the law. They have to be of a certain age. And the insurance company says what that age is for your insurance company. That's my point about that. I'm not trying to argue with you, but I'm saying for the sake of discussing it, like, it's against all the rules. Like, it's all fun and yay, and let's get in the truck with mom and dad or grandpa or whatever. But you have policies you're supposed to operate by. Nomadic Brett says, I wear trainers while driving. What are trainers? Is that flip-flops? is that the English word for flip-flops? And a t-shirt. But when I arrive at a shipper receiver, I change it to my Schneider shirt and all PPE. Right. I'm with that. Right. Rick Pick says, what means trainers, Britt? Is running shoes. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. James Clark says, not against the law. It may be against policy. Okay, well, I thought it was against the law, and I stand corrected if that's the way it is. I understood that it was. I don't know why I understood that, but that's what I've been thinking. But I do know that the insurance company's got an issue. Because my carrier DART said that I can bring my grandkids, with me once they turn 10 years old. Then it's okay. And so I've told my little kids, my grandkids, you get to come with Nana when you turn 10. So they're excited for that. If I'm still in the truck. Rick Pig says, I was going to suggest you could have them do dishes at the cafe in exchange for free food. But child labor laws, right? Sterling Trucking Delivers, who is known in this chat room as Mr. Red Lady. He is here, and he is on a great adventure in his life. If you haven't checked it out on his channel, he's on a road trip for adventure to Florida. Can you guys see my laptop's vibrating? My truck's running. Yeah, so he's got that going on. He's visiting his brother right now. So welcome, Mr. Red Lady. He hopes everyone is doing well today. Yeah, we're just hanging. We're talking about principles and professionalism in trucking with coffee this morning. I started the conversation talking about Dee Dee's dog poop. So you don't want to miss that. You're going to want to catch the replay. Yes, Mr. Red Lady says it's a mission quest, which is always exciting. When we moved to Florida, when I was married, me and my husband had we got to get the hell out of Flint. thing. We had the same thing. We went down to Florida. We bought another house. We bought a new car. We got jobs and just did it. And I had my first daughter. She was just a little tiny baby at the time. This time, she was walking, and we stayed down there for about 10 months. And then things happened back up in Michigan. Like my dad found out he had cancer, and then his dad actually died. That was hard because we were away, right? And then it was like, I was like, I'm not gonna be gone away from my daddy if he's gonna pass away. So screw all this stuff. Boom. Um, that was the end of my Florida stint. While I was there, I learned a whole lot about the way to live down there. Everybody has central air, which is a convenience to people in Michigan. But everybody down there has to have it. Like we have to have a furnace up in Michigan, and you have to have pest control, and because cockroaches are everywhere. You don't have to be gross. You don't have to be unclean. You can have whatever place, and you can have cockroaches go crazy. And in Michigan, usually they're in unkept places and gross places and things like that. But in Florida, it's a normal thing. And they can get like this big. They're called palmetto bugs when they get that big. And then there are spiders as big as your hand that will get in your house and hang out. They don't bother you, but they're this big and they're hairy. And they got all the big eyes, right? And then you can't just go jumping in a lake or a pond because there's gators everywhere, right? Uh, if you step in the grass, a fire ant will sting you and you're infected for days. It's a horrible experience. So you can't just walk around in the grass barefoot. In Michigan, you can walk anywhere barefoot. You ain't got to worry about nothing. There are water moccasins in the waters. There are you're near the ocean, which is amazing, but there's a lot of great things too. The fishing, the fresh food. Oh my God. The Cuban sandwiches, the weather, the right. As many creepy things as I found, there were such great things, almost too great because you find yourself not wanting to go to work because you want to go to the beach every day or whatever, or you want to go see everything, right? So going to work becomes extra hard. It can. Those are some of the things I learned about living in Florida. Mr. Red Lady says, speaking of professionalism, I'm going to run paper logs the remainder of my trip. I need discipline. Mrs. Sterling is in the house. Good morning. The Red Lady, by the way. And she is having coffee with us and keeping an eye on Sterling's adventure too, because we wish you were with him, Miss Sterling. But understandably, a short notice thing is hard to do at the company job. I've been in those shoes many times. James Clark says, my ex tried that in court and she was 5. The judge ruled against her. It's not against my insurance policy. It's strictly company policy. Okay. The other codename Truckers Coach says, did you go to 160 Driving Academy? Yes, I did. I went to 160 Driving Academy in Flint, Michigan. Sterling Truck and Deliver says, I chain doubles. I'm willing to make friends with bugs of all kinds. It was just, to me, it felt like I can't just be comfortable outside because I got to worry about this and worry about that, and I can't run around barefoot. Like in Michigan, there's just total freedom. You can just like do whatever, and you ain't got to worry about all that stuff. You know, we don't have like all these poisonous snakes and all this creepy stuff in the water. You got to worry about getting eaten and whatever. Like we can just go swimming. You can go find a watering hole and be good. You might get a leech on your foot or something, but that's, lots of creepy stuff. It's just a different way of life, right? But man, there's so much great stuff about it too. So I'm sure you're stronger than me, Sterling. Trucking with SC says making my coffee now. So I'm not left out. Oh yeah, Ripley says hurricanes. Can't forget about those. Yeah, every place has a certain type of storm, right? But on Mr. Red Lady's behalf, I will say, it seems like he's been through this endless winter, and a hurricane would be like a treat every once in a while. Compared to that, I'm sure he can handle a hurricane. The never-ending, how do I say it? The winter. It's got to be rough, Snorlord is in the house. He's saying, "What's up, everybody?" Everybody saying hi to Snorlord. S125 is in and says hello, Shannon in chat. Hey, S125, how is it going out there? I hope it was well with you, sir. Come on with it is in the house. He says, I was in a me. Oh, hold on, part B. I was in a Memphis hurricane the other day. Oh yeah? Is it a tornado? I was in a little tornado action in Ohio before I got here. Made me freak out again. I wasn't on ice though, so that was a big difference. Like I told you guys last time, I've learned a whole new respect for wind speeds, okay? And paying extra close attention to wind activity when I'm going somewhere. Mr. Red Lady says, I have $1,000 worth of car detailing supplies going to waste because we live a couple miles down a dirt road. Yeah. Oh, man. Not to be an advocate to the whole thing, but I probably will. I can imagine, like, you can ride your bike, and I know you ride your bike. I know you take the drives, and the weather does get nice there, and it is beautiful. You already got that going on, but I'm thinking in Florida, the motorcycle trips, you guys can quickly go to all of the beaches, like everywhere, anytime. Just say, Mrs. Sterling, don't hit me. Okay, don't hit me. I'm just saying. I could see it being a great positive thing. Like I do everything else, I guess. Come on, what it says, 60 miles per hour, wind gust. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was in that. God, I had 44,000 pounds in the box. Like, really, I think it saved my life. Yeah. S125 says, it's going. I can't complain. Well, fantastic. That's how I feel right now. Just trying to adapt, just right, hanging in there. Come on, what it says, Sterling, you can always buff your helmet. Stepped in a truck and says, good morning, Shannon. Good morning, Chris. How are you out there? Are you driving? Are you listening? Are you taking a break today? What's happening? I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana this morning. I pick up tonight, and then I'm headed up to Michigan tonight. Dodalina, Edward 66 is in the house. Good morning, Dodie. In Huntington Beach, California, there is none of those crazy crawlers except roaches, and those are controlled. I miss my Pacific Ocean, although in the ocean there are sharks and stingrays, right? Every place has this thing. Michigan is the winter, right? Everybody knows, like, oh, God, the weather. But, I mean, it's a season once a year. You get through the winter, and the rest of it is, like, it's amazing. The fall's amazing. The summer's amazing. Spring is amazing, and nothing is out to kill you, except for maybe some of the other people, drug addicts, that you might have to cross. I don't know. I'm just teasing, but it's relatively natural, fresh, and easy in Michigan. Out of all the places I've been, there's always something about every place, right? I'm like, oh, Nevada's gorgeous, but there's no trees. Arizona, awesome, but there's no trees and grass. The dedicated call from mom when I'm live. You know, I'm looking for grass. I'm looking for trees like Kentucky, Tennessee. I love, love, love. Um, the weather is, in the medium pretty much. You got lots of different, you got water, trees, grass, mountains, right? They kind of like got it all. So their winters are not as brutal, right? So if I was probably gonna, out of all the states I've been to, if I was gonna pick an area different than Michigan, it would be probably Tennessee. um, Mr. Red Lady says, I'll be rolling in a few hours. I got 1,400 miles to go. Okay, great. Stepped into trucking says, no, I'm at the consignee in Mesa, Arizona. Just went grocery shopping. Now headed to the laundromat. Okay, laundromat. Okay, getting your chores done. Yep, today's the day. I got mine done yesterday. I'm actually going to cook today. I'm going to cook a pot roast in my new little mini cooker thing. And I'm just going to, put everything in there. I got carrots and little potatoes and a little grass-fed pot roast. And I'm going to put everything in there, plug her in, turn her on, and let her cook for like whenever, for hours and hours and hours. Dodie says, Sterling, let me know when you're going through Memphis. I'll be there on Monday. Stepped into trucking says, I used to live in Huntington Beach. Great surfing. I can see you surfing, Chris. Nomadic Brit says, coming from UK to here, it took a while getting used to all the animals wanting to kill you. Oh, yeah, because Georgia, right? Everybody's saying hi to each other. Stephanie Trucking says, nice. That sounds like a good meal. Yeah, I haven't tried like the one pot cooking thing and whatever. I've always stuck with my Foreman grill and my little steamer, right? And so I found when I was grocery shopping last time, they had at Aldi's, they have just little roasts, right? Just little me size, and they're grass fed. So I'm like, okay, I'll have something different, Now when I'm home, Sunday was my pot roast day. Like we had family meal and we'd all sit down, we'd have a big old pot roast. I make one heck of a pot roast, you guys. That's probably one of the only things that my family all agrees to like, and mine is the best. That's like the only thing that everybody agrees that's the best. So that's my dish. So I haven't had one in so long. And since I have the little items on the truck to make it happen. When I was with my sister, I picked up I don't have it where I can reach it. But I picked up like the little Instapot thing. Cooks all different kinds of ways, but it's just like one little thing. Yeah, low and slow crock pot, right. Here's a toast to your roast boast. Thanks, come on with it. But yeah, so I got that little, it's a rice cooker, it's a steamer, it's a crock pot, right? Just little tiny. And this roast, I'll show you this roast. This roast is just like this big. See how small it is? It's a nice hunk though. So that's what I'm putting in there. So yeah, we're gonna be cooking with Shan today. And I even got some eggs. Oh, I finally got some eggs delivered because I had to have Dee Dee's new dog food delivered. Since I was parked here for a while, I got all that stuff together. I've been trying to find eggs at truck stops for probably the last week and haven't found any anywhere. So probably the truck stops I've been going to, right? But so since I was making an order anyways, I picked up the eggs, I picked up the carrots, the little baby potatoes to go in there. I got onions and some bouillon. So boom, one pot. And then it's enough so I can cut it. I think I can probably make 3 to 4 meals out of that, right? I'll put them in the baggies and then I'll put them in the freezer because that way I can just pull them out and microwave them for a dinner. Sterling says, don't you hate it when people that are supposed to be subscribed to your YouTube channel call during a live? It's my mom. We've had this discussion before. My mom has a bone inside of her somewhere, that wiggles or whatever. And it's when I go live, she starts to call, and then she calls again, and then she calls again. Like, we've had this discussion. It's my mother. My mom's getting up there in age now, so it's like, God bless her. My patience has to be my virtue, right? She calls me and is like, "Where you at?" I'm like, "I'm still here, Mom. I'm in Indiana still." "Are you coming home?" "You asked me that yesterday. I told you that I was coming home on Monday." "How's the weather?" "The weather's great." "Okay, well, I just thought I'd call and check on you." "Okay, Mom. I love you, Mom." Right? Chief Freight Hauler is in the house. He said, what are you cooking?" "I'm going to cook a pot roast today in my little Instapot." So when I was with my sister, we went to Walmart to get stuff, and I had to make Dee Dee the rice because I had to put her on the chicken rice diet. So I had to buy this thing. It made the roast easy, and I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I'll have it," because once in a while, it's not very big at all. I don't like to have all these cooking things and all crazy like that, right? I stick to 2 items to cook with, very small items, and so this was very small, so I allowed it. I'm like, okay, maybe now that I know I can get a grass-fed pot roast from Aldi's, I can I can do this once in a while and break it into several meals, you know. Um, Come on, what it says. I saw a pallet of eggs and thought to myself, "There's $1 million," right? Yeah, my daughter has got her chickens growing right now. My daughter actually has got chickens. I hope I can get some footage on that for you guys because my daughter lives in a nice subdivision, so it's kind of wacky. But my daughter's a fitness trainer, nutritionist, so they eat eggs like they're going out of style. So it makes only sense. And they have 3 kids and 2 dogs, or excuse me, one dog and 1 cat. So it makes financial sense that they need to save money. And the price of eggs went up to like $10 in Michigan. So she was like, "We're ordering the chickens." And so in a lot of chickens that she got a rooster. I said, "Your neighbors are going to kill you, bro. Like, that's going to be the end of it. Somebody's going to call." So that's an adventure. I'll keep you posted on, but I'm going to meet the chickens when I get there. Rick Pick says maybe they'll cancel Easter this year. Oh, no. Are you kidding? People are still going to buy it because they're so wrapped up in the holiday game. Like the Easter bunny has to come. I'm not into the Hallmark holidays, you guys. Like, it, you know what it is. You know what it is. Gasman's in the house. He says, "Howdy from Tennessee." Thanks for coming in, Gasman. It's good to see you again. Mr. Red Lady says, "I hope she's doing well." Yeah, my mom's doing good. She's just all up, it's like she doesn't really have a whole lot other stuff to do after the doctor's appointments and whatever. She is healthy, like she's out of the COVID thing, so she did. You're probably asking about that. Now Dad's getting a hip replacement surgery, so she's got to deal with that, and she's came out of the stuff she couldn't get rid of. She was having heaviness in her chest and all this other stuff, and they couldn't find anything wrong with her, but she wasn't feeling well. She's good. Mom has bounced back. Chief Freight Hauler says, "Just got here. Sorry, didn't get the notification." I haven't been getting notifications either. Like, I haven't been getting Pale Rider TV's notifications. Somebody else, I think, Wheelburner. I haven't been getting Wheelburner's notifications either. And no matter, Britt, if you put up any new videos, I haven't been getting any notifications for your channel either. So I'm keeping an eye on it. So yeah, something weird's going on. But thanks for coming in, Chief Freight Hauler. I always appreciate you. Come on, but it says they finally admit that bunnies don't lay eggs this Easter. Are they? Do they admit it to the point where people are actually teaching their kids the truth? That's where I point to. Like, if you're still telling your kids there's a Santa Claus and you're still telling them that there's an Easter bunny, where's the issue? Right? I mean, it lies with a lie's a lie. Trucking with MC says, give me a ring later if you can. I'll be driving all day. Okay. I'm going to be cooking today, so I'm going to be getting mad scientists all up in this truck with my food business. You know, I love to cook, and I get very focused, and, you know, it's like I'm the scientist in the lab when I'm cooking a meal like that, you know. It's got to be like, especially my pot roast, because that's my specialty. Mr. Red Lady says, I believe that in the Easter chicken, it makes life simple. Because chickens lay eggs. Pioneer Spirit says, I like Easter creamed eggs. Yeah, you know, you gotta have a Cadbury once a year at Easter time. I'm just saying, they got that shit on lock. Come on, what it says, you know what it is, recognized game, beard game week. Yeah, the beard game. I think Mr. Red Lady's entering the beard game. I mean, he can confirm if he wants to. I'm just saying. Speaking of beard games, and it's fun. I like to see, you know, the guys that tried the beard thing, and some guys got it like extra beard, and then some guys are struggling with their beard. And as a woman, it's interesting to, like, you know, just gotta watch you guys what you do. Russell Freight Services in the house. Going to South Carolina from Ohio. Okay, so you're going down south. I do have a trip booked going to, I think it's next Thursday. I'll be going to Virginia, and I got a load taking me right up to Flint. So my plan is to spend the weekend at home next weekend, because I got that load. But I got to go to Virginia to get it. Every time I say I'm not going to the mountains no more, something comes up like that, right? I need something going directly to Flint. It's not always easy to find. So there it was. Now, it's not too much deadhead for me to get it from where I'm going to end up at. So I'll be doing that. Sucking it up one more time. Nomadic Brit says, I still need to do the vid on the engine replacement and figures. Okay. So everybody be looking out for that. Nomadic Brit, he's going to, he put a new engine in his truck. And he's going to talk about the numbers and all of that stuff. So keep an eye out for that. Go to his channel, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can catch that. That's going to be a very interesting video. Trucking with MC says, I don't get a lot of notifications either. I do get yours, Trucking with MC. And I do get, like, Humbertos. And I just don't know why I'm not getting wheel burners. Like, that's really weird, because I'm obviously, like, watching his channel too. I get Cash is King. I get DIY still okay. I get Truckers Education Network okay. Those three are very important to me. I think the other day I didn't get a Snorlord one, which really ticked me off. I don't know. I'm keeping an eye on the channel, because I don't know if there's a problem with me getting his notifications, but his notifications are very important to me too. But yeah, I don't like not getting notifications, because then I find out, like, I go back and I'm like, hey, what happened? I missed a video. How did that happen? I'm just kidding. Sometimes I have to miss them because I'm driving or I'm busy. Trucking with MC says, I have some business questions for you. Okay. Trucking Reviews is in the house. Hey, Trucking Reviews, thanks for coming in. It's good to see you. Come on, what it says, I've always had a lot of notifications turned off. If I'm on, it was Manifest Destiny. Yeah, I get what you're saying. If it works out, it works out, right? If it comes together, it comes together. I feel you. I kind of have this philosophy in life. Like, I don't try to pressurize too much stuff. If it happens, it happens, and it works out. Rick Pick says, all the while, teaching our children to never lie. You see what I'm saying, Rick Pick? That's my point, right? I don't need to say anything more than that. You get it, right? With Both Feet is in the house. What is up with Both Feet? Where you been? Hi, everybody. Hope all is well. What's been going on with you with Both Feet? Catch me up. I haven't seen you in here in a long time. At least it doesn't seem like it today. Come on, what it says, energy equals mass times the speed of light, the answer to every business question, right? Cheap freight hauler is in Virginia now. Okay. How's the weather down there? Nomadic Briss says hi to With Both Feet. Mr. Red Lady says notifications are troublesome. You got to give enough time for them to get out, but not too much time. They get forgotten. I try for 4 hours. Yeah, I haven't gotten into the, like, I can't commit. I can't commit to be like, okay, hey guys, I'll be on at 2:00. Because guess what's going to happen at 2:00? Something else. And then everybody's disappointed or pissed off or like is asking like, hey, what happened? So I kind of like spontaneity. If you show up, if you see it, if you get here, then it's all good. If you don't, if you got shit to do, fine. Maybe you can pop in a little while if we're still on. I'm not sweating it, guys. I would like y'all to like everybody rush in the room when I go live, but you know what? That's not reality to me because I know how busy I am and I know y'all are at least as busy. Like, it's good. There, in my analytics on my lives, you know, and with the numbers that I watch, like people come, it seems like people just come in and come out. It's okay. At least you stopped in. All I ask that you know, maybe hit the like button. If you got to come in and see what's popping for a minute and can't hang out for the rest of the whatever, just hit the like and come back if you can. See what we're talking about at that point. Trucking Reviews says heading to LA with a load of pork. I'm assuming that's Louisiana. Okay. It's tornado season down there, from what I understand. Come on, what it says. I forgot to square the speed of light. Whoops. Yeah, shame on you, Bill. Dodie says, you mean there's no Santa or Easter Bunny? I hope there's still a tooth fairy because at my age, I'm starting to lose my teeth. Sorry, Dodie. Don't think there's a... Well, your mom is still kicking around, so she's probably still the tooth fairy. So I can't say there's no tooth fairy because your mom's probably still a tooth fairy. Sterling Trucking Delivers. Mr. Red Lady says Wheelburner hasn't been releasing videos a whole lot. Okay. I know he's been doing shorts, but do we get notifications for shorts? I think we do because I think I get them for Chris. Because that's how I get notified that he has a short up. It doesn't tell me it's a short, it just says it's a video, right? So I check it out and then it's a short. With Both Feet saying, hey, Britt, waiting for that new video. Interested to see the engine details. Yeah, everybody's waiting for that engine video, Nomadic Britt. Bill says there's no tooth fairy, but the tooth fairy is real. Pioneers Bear says Wheelburner had to take down a few of his videos from ice trucking. Yeah. Oh, by the way, did you guys hear that he's been called back to the ice road? I don't know if everybody didn't know that. That's the news. So Wheelburner is going back to the ice road. So I'm excited for what's to come out of that. Russell Freight Services says been a busy week and time to start another busy week. Yeah, it is. Let me pop in some more water to my coffee maker. 1 second. Still here. Just give me a sec. I need some more coffee. I would like some more coffee. Good time for you to make another cup of coffee too. I gotta do it while my truck is running because truck starts every time I start the coffee maker anyways, which is really irritating. Wish I could figure out a way to have power in the truck without my truck having to start to give it to me. So if anybody has some secrets or solutions, that would be awesome. It's costing me diesel fuel. Seems like no matter what I plug in, truck's got to start. And I know there's solar solutions that you can buy now. I'm fixing to do some research on that because I have a friend at the dealership in Wisconsin who said that they're starting to sell that stuff now. And I know that RVs like get off grid and they have power to run their stuff. So what am I missing here? Because I can't be starting the truck all the time and idling the truck all the time. And every time I'm trying to microwave something real quick or, gosh, just brew a cup of coffee, you know? Or plug my laptop in to do a live. It's expensive and I don't like to idle my truck. There's just got to be a solution. Okay. We stopped vibrating now. Chief Holler says it's cool, but it's 65 now. Okay. Truck and Review says nope. Los Angeles. Oh, so actually LA. Okay. You know what? I've been chickening out the whole time to go to Cali. Like, I think this year, like the summer, I have to conquer it. So I need to do it because I haven't done it. That's one state I haven't been to. I haven't been to Washington. I haven't been to Oregon. I haven't been to the Dakotas. I think that's it. I think I've been to, well, and then way, way up in the east, I haven't been, right? Like the places where fake trucking goes sometimes, and probably Gold Phoenix. Oh, for real. Apparently, I stopped the truck prematurely. We might be able to get away with it. Okay, so yeah, and so I have been. I wonder if I can do something. Bear with me. I'm gonna see if I can show you a picture off my phone. I think I can. Oh, okay, check this out. I hope you can see this. Can I share screen? Present. Share. Oh, guys. Okay. Watch out. I'm getting techie right now. This could go very well or very bad. Okay. Share screen. Share. cool. Okay. Okay. Okay, wait. Can I expand it? Ooh. This is off my phone, but I'm on my laptop, so I'm trying a new thing. Hold on. Open. Photos. Just once. Can you see it? I'm trying to make this bigger. What can you guys see? Okay, hold on. Okay, well, let's just leave it at that. Okay. If you can, I wanted to expand it. I want to open it. Oh, that's what I want you to see. Can we do it like this? I got it big, but it's not what it's showing you. Anyways, sorry guys. I'm trying to work it out. Okay. This is where I've been. Let me try it again. Present. Add to stream. No, remove. What do I got open here? That one? Nope. This is the one I want. Present. Share screen. Chrome tab. Window. This one. Share. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's bigger. So this is where I've been, you guys. Sterling says, wow, Shannon, you're doing tech stuff. I don't know. Yeah, so Rig Pig says, geez, sounds like you've been about everywhere. So look at, this is where I've been. Okay. Russell Freight Services says it's called EF EcoFlow with both feet says, okay, thanks Russell Freight Services. Had a lot of breakdowns this year. It's in a warranty, caught a lot of it. Yeah, so did I. Well, last year, right? I got that out of the way. I had my year though. Russell Freight Services says I had to deal with that huge storm that came from Texas. I was in Louisiana. Yeah, I specifically got my butt up here from Florida to avoid that. Trucker Review says, do you follow Gentry and Sons channel? Yes, I do. I get those notifications all the time. I watch them once in a while. I don't watch it all the time. But it's a good channel. Stepped in a truck and says, sorry, I walked to the laundromat. What I missed? No, never mind. I'm up to speed. With both feet says, I've been busy. My customers keep me busy. Praise God. Just started a new run for them, about 950-mile round trip. Looks like a great run, except for the storms in Oregon caused issues. Yeah, I haven't been to Oregon or Washington. So if you look at this This is my whole trucking career on this map. So 3 years worth of my travels. You can see it's black in like the Midwest because that's obviously there's the most stops there. Russell Freight Services says you can buy a solar panel thing off Amazon. It plugs into the inverter and you can plug things into it. Costs $460. Oh, what's it called? Solar panel thing? What's it called so I can look it up? Oh, that's why you said EF EcoFlow. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Okay. Stepped in trucking says, man, when I was a kid, I loved coloring eggs and then hunting them down. One Easter, we camped in Death Valley, California with 3 other families. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Like, egg hunts are the best. My mom is the queen of making the most massive egg hunts for all the family. She does this every year. Massive. Like, we're talking like 500 eggs, right? And everybody comes and the little babies get to do their thing, and it's great. I got no problems with that stuff. That's fun stuff. That's fun family activities. It's the lies that I got the problem with. The Easter Bunny. That's not the reason for the holiday. That's Hallmark's reason for the holiday. A business who stands to make money. And every candy company and all of that. I don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying, guys. Dodie says coming out of Seattle, Washington is like a trucker hangover. It's a great time until the next day. Then the road is boring and you're not making any money coming out. That's kind of like Florida. Stepped in trucking says hunting eggs the next morning in the desert. I'm sure we left out a few out there. Fun times. Yeah, that sounds cool. Especially in the desert. That's different. We got trees and rocks and all kinds of stuff to hide them behind. With both B says of all the places to highlight Wamsutter, right? I didn't do that. That's just how Google presents it. Rick Pig says Wamsutter is that anywhere near Bragg's? Okay, cool. I'm caught up. Yeah, so this is about as techy as you guys see me get with this stuff. I was trying to figure out how do people do stuff when you're the picture-in-picture thing. I haven't figured it all out yet. I just kind of go, we have a chat, we have our coffee, and whatever happens, and I don't worry about all this fancy stuff. But this is my career so far, guys. This is where I've been. You can see my adventure out to the west out there. See how far I went. Let me see if I can I make it bigger for you? Okay. How about that? So I think I went as far up as Vermont and Maryland. And that's as far northeast that I've been. But you can see, like, I've been all the way down the East Coast, except for the very, very, very edge, mostly. I haven't went to the edges. I've been to the edges of Florida, though, down to Miami, obviously over to Tampa. I've been all the way down to the border of Texas, and then along the border, right? I just haven't tried to venture over that mountain range that's over there by Cali. And I'm kind of chicken, man. I can tell you, I'm just kind of chicken. I don't know, but it does give me reason for a new adventure this summer when it's totally safe, so that I can scope it out. But I got to get my money right first. I can't afford to take any financial risk going out there. Like, it's that tight for me right now. Stepped into trucking says, I get notifications for your shorts. Okay. Did you like my grandbaby one? Like nobody, like I only got a couple of views on that. And that to me, that was like the cutest one I've ever made. That's my little grandkids dancing to some praise music. And it's so cute. Oh my God. I had to share it with you. It's not the best in focus, but you get the point. Like just to watch them, they're so innocent and beautiful, and it's just such a freaking perfect little video. So I had to share it with you. With both feet says, no, not too far. William Sutter is right on I-80. If I remember right, Braggs is south near the Colorado border. Rick Pick says, yep. Russell Freight Services says, I've been to every state, including California. Trucking with MC says, I seen it. You seen it? Yeah. Was it not the cutest thing ever? Like, one thing I can tell you guys, if you like to sometimes see cute stuff, I got cute stuff on my channel. Like, between my puppy and my little funny videos of my grandbabies sometimes. And like my granddaughter, she did that video telling all of you Merry Christmas. That was back at Christmas time. I got cute stuff for you. Sterling says, Wham Sutter has a Love's truck stop and a great Mexican restaurant and a fireworks stand. Brig Pig says, it's an old Wyoming joke. If we don't particularly like somewhere, we say, is that anywhere near Braggs? Oh, is it Braggs or Bags? Thanks, Trucking with us. I'm glad, because on the last live I mentioned it. And I was hoping like everybody would go to check it out because I told everybody to go check it out. Like, it's so cute. And nobody did. Like, it's just these little toddlers dancing so innocently and energetically. Like, it's just it was to make you smile. So if all else was rough during the day, that will bring a smile to your face. I promise. Okay. So there's my resume, guys. Okay. There it is. You know I run. I tell you I run. That's what I've done. And I've done several of those same trips, same locations over and over and over again. So Braggs. Would have the R. Okay, Braggs. With both feet says, and Trucking with MC says, he says he saw the Christmas one too. And he saw the wee ones. Pretty cool. Yeah, I got 4 of them. The little girl that did the Christmas one, that's my eldest. She's 7. She's 7. She's 7. She's the oldest one. The rest of them are like the midgets, like that. That's what I call them. They're the midgets. So they're all these little, right, in diapers and, you know, and then I got one in between the 7-year-old and the little ones in diapers. And so they have a long way before they can get in the truck with me. The first one's going to get in the truck with me is the girl. She's 7. So she's pumped about it. Stepped in at Trucking says, missing out, need to go to all the states. You have a chance to do it and get paid. Yeah. No, and that's, you know, and that's what that was my adventure out west to Nevada. Trying to hook up with Sterling and Mrs. Sterling and Mr. Red Lady. We tried to see if it would work out and it didn't. So that's okay. But lessons learned there, right? Don't go there after October 1st. Okay, lesson learned. I should have consulted before I booked that load. However, I didn't, but I survived it. So this year, if Sterling doesn't move to Florida pretty soon, I'm going to go again, right? I'm going to go again because, man, was it an amazing trip. And I would like to go to Washington. I have a friend in Washington. I would like to taste, you know, I've worked on Florida. I need to do some more work on Michigan. I know the rest of the Midwest. I've done the South the past couple weeks, so I've worked on that. I need to see that upper quarter of the country, the Dakotas and Oregon and Washington area. I haven't worked there. Farthest I went was Denver, and that was a disaster. And I was like, I'll never go to Colorado again, right? But so I still have some work to do, to cover the map, which is cool because I've done a hell of a job covering almost every other place in the country, right? Look at everything's almost covered like a bingo card. I got that other side to do, but I'm assuming and guessing from what I know so far that that's going to require some chains, right? I've never put chains on, never had chains, never had to have chains, never went anywhere that required chains, nor do I want to mess with chains. So I guess it's important when I do fill up my map, I go when I don't need chains. I want to go in the nice weather so I can see it. I can get some great pictures and whatnot. I can fill up my map and yeah. So maybe this is the year for that. Is if I can get my money right with the company, which I'm going to stay in the Midwest to accomplish that. And then it's when I'm ready to bounce out on an adventure, which will happen for sure. We're going to do something like that to try to fill up the rest of that map. Trucking with MC says, my youngest daughter just turned 12 2 days ago. She's half grown up. He says, darn, I'm getting old. Yep. So, yeah, but you know what? She's old enough to come trucking with you. Dodie says, Shannon, if you're going to go out west, just do it. The money's there, but it's constantly changing. You become familiar with the industry and people, go make customers. You'll have a good time. Yeah, I'm sure. I just I just don't want to deal with the weather, right? You guys go through some scary stuff out there. So, and it's not like I don't in the Midwest. Like, gosh, I've done it every winter for the years. But if I have a choice, if I end up in it, that's one thing. But if I have a choice, I want to make it, as less stressful as possible, if at all possible. With both feet says, if you make it through Boise, we could go grab a bite. Okay. I've been to Iowa. I had to have went through Idaho. Maybe not though. I gotta look at my map a little closer for that. But yeah, sure. I'm down to like meet up with anybody anytime we get a chance, or we can find ourselves in the same area somehow. Something is in the house. Hey, Something, what's up? Good to see you. Shannon, you need to get to Montana, Big Sky Country. Yeah, I saw Big Sky Country going out to Nevada. Like, I was amazed. Like, it was amazing. Wyoming, right? Oh my gosh. I don't think I went through Montana. I gotta look at where I actually went. I can't see because the things are so big. But going out to Nevada, I saw Big Sky. Like, that's was so amazing. I got some great pictures going out there too. Rig Pig says, I have always wanted to go to Hudson Bay and be a mountain man trapper guy. Well, then do it. Get out there and take a weekend, Rig Pig, and live the dream. That's what I think is so cool about trucking, especially if you have the freedom to go wherever you want. Like, you can go like do an adventure. You don't have to like permanently switch over to do it. You can just go like do that thing for the weekend, and then jump right back to your life. With both feet says, go June through August, less chance of encountering the snow. Noted. Thank you for telling me that. That's what I was thinking, like springtime, summertime, somewhere in that window, so that the winter's hopefully behind us long enough for me to go have my adventure and then come back. Trekking with MC says she came with me once and didn't like it. Didn't like it? Why? Was she bored? See, that's what I think my granddaughter's going to be like. I'm bored, right? Kids these days. Rigpick says, I don't know how to trap. You just put the trap down and you wait, right? It's like deer hunting. You just sit there and you wait till a shot comes, right? Or something. I'm being funny, guys. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, trap's a trap. Nomadic Brit says, I went to Wyoming and Idaho during the summer as wanted to see it, but not in the snow. And the rates were great, so it made sense. Yeah, if the weather's fine and no one else wants to go out there, even though, like, if it's a Denver situation, I'll still go. Because nowadays I'm getting better at going into like areas like, Florida per se, because people are like, oh, you can get a good rate going in, but you can't coming out. I'm even willing to try Denver again this year, because now that I got a better idea how you work a situation like that and how you can come out of it good versus sitting there and getting upset and freaking out. I'm more prepared to go into a dead area and go get those big rates going in and then recover coming out. So yeah, I just don't want to mess with the weather. Dodie says, if you really want to be a professional driver, you have to go places no one else will go. Right. Don't let the money control you. Montana, Idaho, North Dakota, and Oregon. Yeah, I agree. I think, Dodie, just this year, I'm kind of jacked up because I've been handled by the wind in a way that I've never been handled before. So I got a whole new respect for the wind. And from what I hear, those are windy, big sky country, flat land places. And I'm in a dry van. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I'm just being a little wimpy about it right now until I can just calm down about it. I don't ever want to experience that again. Like jackknifing my truck on the ice. The very first time it happened to me, I don't know if it jacked me up as much as this wind handling that I've experienced did. So I'm just kind of like being apprehensive, I guess, right now, just to let my nerves freaking calm down. It's just a mental thing, I'm sure, because believe me, I have driven through conditions that snow conditions, winter conditions that nobody would have the balls to do. And it didn't bother me. But I've never been handled by the wind like I've recently been handled by the wind twice in Ohio. And I just gotta absorb it, Dodie, right? I gotta absorb it and work it out. I am driving a big box, and when it's not heavy, it sucks. Like I'm just a wall for that wind to just slap into. I definitely don't want to go in icy conditions where it can be windy like that to me. But I was just in a windstorm here in Indiana. Day before yesterday, there was 40 to 60 mile an hour wind gusts. Right? I was heavy, so I was like, okay. Had to white knuckle, hang on tight for some areas, right? That's exhausting. But I made it. My biggest fear was that I was getting unloaded at the shipper at 2:30 in the afternoon. The windstorm was going to continue for another 12 hours. I was going to have to leave that shipper, which I did have to leave that shipper. There's no parking there. I had to leave there empty. So the beginning of my freak out was like, okay, I'm going to be empty. And we're still in these gusty conditions. So I hung on tight for 5 miles to the truck stop because that was the closest truck stop I could find to park at. And I was nervous the whole way. I drove slow because you don't know when it's going to hit you. And I made it. So, but having an empty trailer, I can't imagine it's as bad for, like, I was watching the flatbed drivers when we were driving, and I can't imagine that it's as bad because I don't feel like the flatbeds have to worry about the wind. Maybe if you have a giant piece of equipment or something on board, of course, but typically not. Like when you got a load of shingles or whatever, do you worry about the wind? Do you ever worry about the wind? I would imagine if it were me that I would worry about the wind if it were a low profile load. I wouldn't worry about the wind. And then obviously if you have a high profile load, you have to, right? Rick Pig says, I would probably just catch my dinner. Ouch. Oh, my finger. Okay. Nomadic says, our problem in bad weather is our loads move, so braking becomes an art. Right. That's what scares me about the tanker situation, Britt. Trucker Jason says, morning, Shannon and chat. Good morning, Trucker Jason. How are you out there? Where are you? How's the weather? Nomadic says, we are lucky in strong winds as the air passes over and under the tank. And being round, it's definitely a positive. Okay. See, it's the ice and the stopping. I think that scares me the most about thinking about the tanker with the moving liquid, right? Because you don't have baffles in your tanker, from what I think or understand. With both B says, you're right. Trucking through bad weather is exhausting unless you're brain dead and don't realize what you're into. Yeah. Or naive, right? Dodie says, places not to go. Highway 550 from Colorado to New Mexico. Highway 101 into California. And the Badlands, North Dakota. The Badlands will scare you. Why is that? Because of wind? Trucker Jason says, south of San Francisco, California on I-5. Only the lonely is in the house. Hey, what's up? I've seen the wind blow over a flatbed on 80 at Elk Mountain. Blow over oh, okay. Dodie says, it takes time, girl. You'll be fine. Thank you, Dodie. I love you, Dodie. Dodie's always encouraging and sweet. I love her. Trucking with MC says, hey there with both feet. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of flatbedders in here. So I know the wind can catch a flat floor of a trailer, like duh, right? But do you guys worry so much? Some team says, back in the day, Schneider used to have a skid pad in Green Bay. I had the privilege to use that training many times. Well, that's pretty cool. I've been raised in the ice up in Michigan, in the ice in the wintertime. So JB Hunt freaking loved me because I drove through whatever. And I felt a whole lot more comfortable carrying a shipping container than I do this feather light freaking aluminum dry van. Just saying. When I was with JB Hunt, I was driving the intermodal, so I had a chassis. And on top of that chassis was a big shipping container, heavy metal. Different feel, different confidence, definitely. I drove through whenever. I didn't even care, man. And now I think back of some of the situations that I drove through, and I'm like, oh my god. And that was my naivety. Like to me, it wasn't nothing. I'm just gonna go, and I did, and I was fine. This thing is like a freaking piece of paper in the wind. If it's empty, I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. It sucks. It's a whole different thing, And I'm definitely not one to get into some fear. Like, I don't like being afraid. I'm always like, I'm not afraid of nothing, and I'm not. But I'm starting to realize that I should be. Not a lot of things, but some, like with sense, with good sense and safety. With both feet says to Yo MC, glad to see you made your way over to the Snorlord channel. He does great stuff. Yes, he does. If you're not subscribed to Snorlord, Cash is King, DIY, Truckers Education Network, Sterling Trucking Delivers, Trucking with MC, Edgewood 66 for sure. Wheel Burner for sure. All of them are for sure's. Snow Rider, this is Sterling's new live DJ channel. Check that out. It might be right up your alley. Talk about getting some workout music, some pump music going on while you're driving. It's pretty cool. And he's doing the lights and the visuals. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Check out Sterling's new channel. Cassius King has another channel, Trucking with Diabetes. Snorlord has another channel called Snorlord OG, which is his original channel. He talks about more of the controversial stuff on that channel. Jeffrey Truckers Education Network has Veterans Trading Group channel where he's teaching trading to help us, those of you that want to learn about trading and trying to get a passive income coming in. That's Jeff's new second channel. Stepped In at Trucking has a cool flatbed channel. Dodie, which Edward 66, she's a flatbedder too. Freaking great. Trucker Jason has a channel. I think most of these people have channels in here. Everybody, Nomadic Brit, of course. Don't let me leave Brit out of the situation. He's getting back into making his videos. Rig Pig has a channel. Get over there too. Everybody in here. Everybody subscribe to everybody. Let's save me some breath. And I always want to mention cattle hauling too. If you want to see a really cool channel, it's just different. Cattle hauling, he's probably not in here, but he pops in from time to time, and I've been watching Cattle Hauling's channel for a long time. It's nothing like he's not talking a whole lot or nothing. It's just like he puts the head cam on and he does his cattle hauling job. You get to see him go in the barns and rear up the cattle and get them loaded on that trailer, and he puts some cool music behind it. It's just cool to watch. Cheap Freight Hauler says, I hope flatbed prices drop soon. I'd like to buy another. How much does a flatbed run? So, Cheap Freight Hauler, that means you got to buy another truck if you're going to buy another bed, right? Trucker Jason says, I'm dealing with rain and high winds out here. Anyone want them, especially out east past the Mississippi River? Where are you at, Trucker Jason? A Cheap Freight Hauler says, not much wind today. We had some strong wind Friday. Yeah, Friday was bad for me too. And I was in Indiana, right? James Clark says, no, stay away from the Northwest. Haha. I left Seattle and now in Miles City, Montana. I can find plenty of parking. Okay. Yeah, I haven't been out that way yet. That's like my last quarter of the country to conquer, right? And I always watch Shelby, Happiness by the Mile. That's where she runs. And when Sterling does his running videos, or and he's got them, like I watch those, and I'm just like, chains and winds and ice and freezing, and oh my god, driving into the wind. It just hasn't seemed so attractive to me. My audio broke up. Oh, Chief Freight Hauler, I said, if you're going to get another flatbed, does that mean you're going to buy another tractor for that? That's what I asked you. Rig Pit says, absolutely no content, however, donations are always accepted. Doug says, I have a place in Missoula, Montana. I love it. Like a house? Like a place? Trucker Jason says, I got to hit the road. The load I'm under must be delivered today. I'll chat with everyone later. All right. Be safe, Trucker Jason. God bless you out there. I forgot where you said you were, Trucker Jason. South of San Francisco, California on I-5. That's where you're at. Okay. Be safe out there, bro. Trucker Jason's got a channel. He gets feeling froggy and jumps on there and talks about some stuff. Does a little live. Need to get people over there. He's got opinions to share. Chief Freight Hauler says, no, just one truck for me. Absolutely no plans to have company drivers. So then, do you want to come? If I put the link up, Chief Freight Hauler, do you want to come up so I can talk to you? Are you driving? The reason is I just kind of want to talk about, like, okay, so you're a flatbedder. You want to get another flatbed. So what's the reason and the logic behind that? And if you don't want to get another tractor, then why would you have two flatbeds? Is it because you want a different type for some kinds of different freight? The general consensus that I've gathered is that right now it's more profitable to keep one truck and not do the fleet thing. Now, I don't just listen to everything I hear. I take that into consideration and will keep watching and keep researching and keep considering and keep looking at, like, what's right for me, what I want to do. Rick Pig says, Drats, all out of sugar, and I'm dying to make a root beer float. Sugar? Oh, God, don't have no sugar. You go in their store and you get you some Breyers vanilla ice cream and you get a sugar-free A&W root beer and you make that thing. I mean, that's at least lower sugar. You can't add sugar to root beer float. Dear God, Rick Pig. That thing would be a death drink. Dodie says, it's a residential place apartment. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. We have 2 spot market owner ops coming over here next week to Schneider. Asked me to help them for a few weeks. Okay. Oh, so they're bringing their tractors over and going to sign on and try to do taker. Okay. That's what I would have to do if I can move, move my tractor, which I can, but I'd have to really be sure that's what I want to do. Or I just wait until I pay it off and then I can come over and see what's what. In my mind, I'd like to if I was going to run taker, I'd want to do it seasonally, right? Chief Holler says, put the link up in just leaving a stop. Okay. I'm trying to buy land there. Oh, that's cool. I want to buy some land too. I can't yet. I'm just not profitable enough yet to incur another expense right now. Rick Pig says, well, only half a bag. Rick Pig, are you the guy that adds coffee to his sugar? Copy, okay. Okay, Cheap Freight Holler, I'm putting up the link. I don't have the paid program anymore because I had to cut expenses, so I can't have I can only have like up to 6 people on here. And I don't know, because I'm on this my cell phone hotspot, if I don't know how much it'll hold, because I think you guys have been hearing me break up a little bit. So is that a link? Is that clickable for you guys? If it's not clickable, just copy and paste it. Yeah, Dodie, I'm trying to buy land too. I want to, it don't even have to have nothing on it. I just want to get some land. Let me say this. My real estate company wants some land. Right? That's what I'm trying to do. My real estate company wants to buy the land. I don't want to buy anything. No matter, Brett says, no, they are parking their trucks and using leased used Schneider trucks. Okay. Oh, we got Cheap Freight Holler in the studio. Hey, brother, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, Shannon, the audio is breaking up.
My audio is probably my signal.
Oh, there, it's fine now.
Okay, yeah, it'll happen. Sorry. StreamYard and my phone hotspot don't always behave well together. Is it me
Yeah,
or is it you?
not sure. I'm up in the mountains in Virginia, or the hills. Not really mountains up here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, talk to me about your business plan. I'm interested in what the reasoning is that you want another flatbed.
Oh, because I like to work out. Um, so I spent 17 years hauling gas locally. Enjoy getting in and out of the truck. I started my own business, got my own truck, and it was flatbed. 6 months into that, January of 2020, we had a wreck. Someone in a pickup truck hit his head on in my flatbed. Totaled my
Wow.
truck, totaled my trailer. Had a 47,000 pound core on the deck that came off when in the wreck. So I was a little nervous after that. Bought another truck and started doing power only for the local nursery. And that's when COVID hit and rates tanked. And I got a deal on a dry van, $10,000 for a 6-year-old dry van. So I've been doing dry van for the last 2.5, 3 years, and still doing the nursery stuff, which is what I'm doing now.
Oh wow.
Uh, but I enjoy nursery season because it's like, this load right here is got 6 stops on it. But I get out, unload the trailer, and then pick up empty racks and all that. But now that driver and rates are kind of back to normal, actually a little above normal, I believe, then I'm just gonna go back to doing my manual labor with the flatbed. But the price of flatbeds is still too high, I believe.
Yeah, I think
So
we gotta wait a little bit longer. Because I think like they're just starting to like truck prices are still starting or just starting to move, like just from what I've heard,
yeah,
So I think we just gotta wait a little bit longer, maybe June.
yeah, I hope so. That's maybe by June is when my nursery deal will be over with. Uh, I bought my first flatbed in 2019 from TMC. It was an old TMC trailer. And nice trailer, all aluminum, lightweight, winches on both sides. And it was $17,000. And now those TMC hadn't had any for sale in a while, a year and a half or so. But similar trailers are 35 to 40 now,
Wow.
that type of trailer. And
Yeah.
those are, let's see, the one I bought was a 2007 model. So it was 12 years old in 2019. And it was
Okay.
17,000. Still, if you look at a 2010 now, they are 35, $40,000. So
Wow.
I just want to get back to it. It bothers me sitting on a dock
In 1.25 miles,
for
turn right on
4 or 5 hours waiting on somebody to unload their van trailer.
Yeah, you want to get out there and move and groove again. I get it.
Well, I had about 6 months ago. I had it was a Friday afternoon. I had a 5 o'clock appointment at Kroger in Atlanta or Forest Park, Georgia. And I live about 2.5 miles from Atlanta, or 2.5 hours from Atlanta. So Friday afternoon, 5 o'clock appointment. Took them 7.5 hours to unload a trailer load of potato chips. I was going
Yeah,
home
it
for the
happens.
weekend.
It happens, man. I'm telling
And
you. It.
after that, I'm like, I'm done. I was done with a van. I was done with everything. I mean, I was,
Yeah, I feel you. I got Dodie in here. She's got some commentary on this. I'm
turn
gonna
right
turn
on
her on
20
because Dodie, we can hear the truck. So I'm gonna turn you back on here. Okay, there you go.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep, that's good. That's a lot better.
Um, yeah, I know what you mean about having exercise on, with a flatbed. I've gone reefer, gone armored, I've gone dry box. Flatbed is what I like best. You get exercise.
yeah,
And by the way, I drive a Conestoga. So yeah, I'm afraid of the wind more than
In
you are.
2.25 miles, turn
To
right
me,
on
it's like a
US
kite,
60.
my truck.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's
yeah,
empty, it's like a kite.
yeah.
I I
That's what I
can
was thinking.
easily roll it up and strap it up, close my completely if I'm empty. That way I got a flatbed.
Yeah,
So it's little work, but I've learned to do that. It
yeah,
keeps
but
me in
yeah, at
shape,
least you
like
can
you said.
adjust. Yeah, because the drive-in you can't. Like I got the
Yeah,
kite and I
you
can't
can't.
change it.
But I was gonna say because you said a little bit about. I just started driving now. About the Badlands and stuff, what roads
Yeah,
not to go through.
yeah.
Um, Highway 101 going through Oregon is my favorite road. My favorite. Um, my second favorite is going from what is it, Idaho Falls to Bozeman, because you go through Yellowstone, a little bit of West Yellowstone.
Yeah.
That's my second favorite. But Highway 101, once you get from Oregon and going to California, you're going through the forest. They don't let trucks our size go through there. And I went
Oh,
through there and I got a ticket, $700 ticket. I got my truck towed. I mean, like, like a good 1,600 bucks just went like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It
so
was
don't do that. And also Highway 550, it's going
In
through the
3/4
back
of a mile, turn right on
towns
US
of
17.
Colorado, like Montrose, and don't go to Durango, because I did that and I was thinking I should have just gone all the way to the I-25 and gone down that way. Instead, I went the back roads where you come out near the Four Corners area. That's New Mexico, Colorado, Arizona, and Utah, right? But you
okay.
go through Durango and you go up like almost 12,000 feet in elevation in the mountains.
Turn right at the traffic light.
And it's not good for a semi. Luckily, I was empty, because coming down, you come down, and if I would have been full, it was like I'll never do that again. But
Yeah.
the Badlands, that gave me a feeling of like you leave the world, because you're still going. You don't get no phone service. You don't get, and you're going through hills, just little
Continue on
bunch of
US
little
17.
hills like that.
Where is
And
that?
you
Because I feel like I went through there when I went out to Nevada.
no, that's in North Dakota,
Oh, okay, okay.
North or South Dakota, up in that area. And I went through there one time. I felt like I had to put my total trust in my truck, because if my truck would have broken down, nobody would have found me. And you hardly
Yeah,
ever see anybody over there. It just gave me a scary feeling of being by yourself.
that's how it was
So,
when we were driving through New Mexico. Like we were out in the middle of nowheres, like, and we lost cell service, like in the middle
yeah,
of the night, and it's
yeah,
like if something happened, we're bumming.
yeah. And not to mention, going through Badlands, there's no rest areas at all. You don't find any rest areas through there. But once you get
Wow.
through there, you think, whew, I'm glad I'm done with that. I'll never want to go through that again. But there's some roads that, like, like you went through it, which totally surprised me. Wyoming in the wintertime on I-70, you don't want to do that if you're empty, because you will grow gray hair, which I think you
Yeah.
did.
Well, I was loaded both ways, but
That's good.
still, I
But yeah, you
I
can do it. It's
I
tough.
did it naively, right? I didn't know that I was ever supposed to have chains going through there, and I didn't know that the weather could do that there.
Yeah. And one thing I wanted to say about going to the West, right? You learn to become more aware of the weather, because the weather will tell you when to go, when not to go, where to, what places that are safe. Obviously, I mean, Sterling blows my mind, because he'll just go on these black
I
ice in
know.
the night on doubles, and like, that's crazy. But
Yeah,
that's, you got used to it. So once you get used to it, you can do it. But it
yeah.
takes a lot of like toughness to start doing that. And I believe
I think a
like
little bit of crazy, right? A little
uh,
bit of crazy.
a lot of crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I won't do that, But you learn to handle the weather when you go out west. What I like about the West is, like I heard somebody say or comment, you find there's places to park. There's always places to park. You don't got to worry about. That's your last worry, is finding a place to park.
Yeah, in the Midwest,
I'm in the
it's
yeah. I'm in Cincinnati. I'm just leaving Cincinnati right now, coming from Pennsylvania, and I almost didn't find myself a place to park last night. I'm almost out of hours. All the
Oh,
places are
that's
full.
Cincinnati's a
I
bad. Yeah,
hate that. Because I'm tired, like.
yeah,
And now you got to find a place and hope that you don't get stuck or trapped.
yeah.
And to me, the East Coast, that's why I don't like it. There's too much people. Out in the West, it's open range. You can enjoy your truck. You can enjoy the driving, the music.
Quiet. You can
It gets,
find a quiet place to park.
it gets
You can see
boring.
the stars at night, right? You can see them.
Yeah, you see the stars, but yeah, you also see the weather. If the weather is, it can be really brutal, but you
Yeah.
learn to deal with it. But like, yeah, I wanted to say one last thing. If you're thinking of going to Seattle, don't expect. And if you do, your best bet will probably be going down I-5 into California. You know,
Yeah.
but
That's what I told.
like he said, if you go in the springtime because there's a lot of nurseries. There's a lot of you know all this. The flowers are growing. Everything. That's the best time, and they get a lot out of Seattle and Oregon, and they take them to the nurseries like Home Depot. Uh, the all the little private nurseries.
That's
That's where
probably
they
what
get a
spring
lot of them
colors
from.
do, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna
Yeah.
think of doing it, go in the springtime. Go up there now. In the next few months, go to Seattle.
Yeah.
You'll find something. You'll find
I
something.
want to,
But
and then I thought I would come down through California and then come down right to like Texas or something. Just come
it'll
coming
take
down.
time. It
Yeah.
takes time. You can't just do it like that.
Right.
But
Right. I'm
it's
trying
good.
to do my research and kind of see, just watch what people are doing that are traveling out there, and just kind of, trying to
Well,
watch what's going on.
well, I'm proud of you. You're doing like way better than I did when I started. But when I
Well,
got
I'm not
started,
doing flatbed, Dodie. Like, like you're a badass. I'm not doing flatbed.
no, another thing, I would recommend Canistoga because it's easier. I got a bad back, but I'm only 5 feet. I can't pick up the tarp, even to pick it up on the truck. I can't do it. It's just too
Yeah.
heavy. I'm not that strong.
Yeah.
But with the Canistoga, the hardest part of my job is rolling that thing up and opening it. That's the hardest part.
And you still got a strap, right? Secure it,
Oh,
right? And all that.
that's easy. That's easy. It's just a lot of arm work. And like now I got a coil. I got 4 chains on it. And look at me, I'm
Dodie,
driving.
give us the gun show. Give him the gun show.
Huh?
I said, give him the gun show. Yeah, see that, guys? That's a gun show right there. That's what I'm talking about, girl. I love
No,
it.
but it will, like he said, the flatbed will keep you in shape and it's good exercise. And you do exercise that you don't, because you got to go and work. You got to get it done right. And you learn and you don't count how many cranks you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you just do it until it's tight.
Yeah,
And if you're tired and it's not tight enough, you got to keep doing it. You know what I mean? That's a workout.
yeah,
That's a workout. And you get used to doing that all the time so you don't become lazy.
right. And it's
So,
good. Like, it's good if you like it. Like, I think Rig Pig's like, I gotta get. I mean, not Rig Pig, but Cheap Freight Hauler's like, I just need to start moving, right?
I love Rig Pig.
Cheap Freight Hauler, is that about it? Like, you're just like, you don't want to be sitting on your ass, like you're trying to get out and get moving again. He froze.
I don't know if he can hear you.
So,
There he is.
Are you breaking? You
better
froze,
per
Cheap Freight
mile.
Hauler. He's frozen. It's probably my signal.
How's your little dog?
I showed her earlier. Did you catch her?
No.
Okay, so she's like this big to me now when I hold her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's grown like crazy. Chief Freight Hauler, you froze whatever you just said. So will you say it over again?
I was with the flatbed. I can pick up a lot more like short runs
Yeah.
that
Okay.
make
There's a lot of benefits.
yeah. It's like with the nursery deal that I'm doing right now, we're wide open. But the closer we get to June, the slower it's going to get because they don't do refrigerator loads. They're all vented vans. So when it gets really hot, then business dies off. So there'll be like right now I'm working 5, 6 days a week, but towards the end it'll be kind of spotty. So I may work today for the nursery and then tomorrow they won't have anything. So I could, if I had a flatbed, I could grab a load and run it. But with vans, it's harder to do it with a van because of appointment times and
Yeah.
all that mess. It's just
Loading times and unloading times and all that.
yeah. But
Yeah.
flatbed, a lot of it is first come, first serve.
Yeah. Yeah, which is great. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite runs because I'm fast to get in and get out as fast as I can. Like I always try to get there early. I always get there early. I always try to negotiate my way into getting them to unload me first. Like I'm always doing that. And so when I have an open window appointment, I'm like, yes, because I'll guarantee you I'll be the first one there in the morning to get it done. Because that way I can run faster, like right, more fit is as efficient as I can get there. I will, and so that cuts my wait time. Because I'm like you, like I don't like to wait because time is money out here, especially right now because everything's so tight.
Yeah.
So it's tough. Jerome Jones has joined us finally. Thanks, Jerome. I guess you didn't sleep in today.
One thing I had said on my comments is don't let the money control you, because sometimes you're going to go out there, you're going to lose money going out there. That's, that's how trucking is.
Yeah.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, and I look at with rates and where I'm trying to go and trying to come out of and whatever, you got to kind of open up your mind to like looking at your weekly average, right?
Yeah.
And just hoping by the end of the week that you do your best so you can come up with making that a good weekly average.
Like
and then you're okay. Because you might have to take 2 shitloads during the week to get to something better or get out of a place or just to get the truck moving. And so you might have a low week and then a high week, and and so
like now on this load,
it's a 4-week
I'm biting
month,
the bullet on this one just to get out of where was it? Hanover, and I'm going all the way to Memphis, and basically this one is just paying a little more than the fuel. You would think it'd be a good area, but I gotta get to New Mexico to get my license renewed.
Oh, okay.
So the D&E's on me, and I better just go get it done. I'm gonna take
you gotta get moving.
There.
And if you can at least cover the fuel to get you gotta
exactly.
Like I did this coming out of Florida. I just spent 2 weeks playing around in Florida to try to learn everything down there, and I still had to eat major crap coming out, but at least it paid for my fuel. But I didn't get paid for the days that I had to come out. But I gotta move my truck, or else we're gonna be in a worse situation sitting down there trying to, run little shorties and it killing a whole day. Like I'll kill a whole week like that. So sometimes you gotta
have some.
Yeah, I unloaded in Miami on Tuesday, and
have some business cards made out so that when you go to places that you really like, hand them out, okay? Because if you want, I can design you some business cards. I got to do some for Humberto. I got to do him a logo. I got to get with him today. I'll be getting with him later today. But get some business cards or some sort of flyer that you're available to start building customers, not just the broker, but just the customers. Because when you reach, well, the brokers are good, but when you go with just a straight out customer, I know there's one guy. He's out of Texas. He started hot shotting, and I was parked with him. He had a beautiful pickup, dually pickup truck, and he got that one. He's the one that I know marketing, but he's the one that refreshed my memory, kicked me in the butt, basically. He told me, yeah, just start telling the customers that you deliver to. You're not trying to cut throat on the broker or anybody. You're just spreading, you're growing, and there's growing pains. It's not that I'm trying to tell you to step on anybody's feet, but
Right.
you got to remember you're in it for yourself and you're growing. And
Right.
you can't please everybody, but you got to keep yourself nurtured. And by doing that, if you start getting more Western loads, maybe you're not going to go there to Ohio all the time for beans or seed or potatoes or something. But you know what? Sometimes when you need to go out that way, you can give them a call. They might have some. So that way you got places all over the United States and not just in the Midwest.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's what I'm working on now is learning the lanes everywhere, right? And I always
Yeah.
I'm always very good with the people when I go there, but there are a lot of large places where I'm just another face, I'm just another driver,
I
right?
just hear you saying that you got a good relationship with your broker. Keep
Yeah.
it. Don't let that be your only one. You gotta.
No, I have
you're
about
the,
3 or 4. I have about 3 or 4 that I stay,
No, but what I
stay
mean is, aside from the brokers, you gotta go out and talk to the owners and the
customers.
small business people. Yourself, you as a driver, between. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like I said, I'm not trying to say to cut their feet or anything. Over here, I don't do it with D&E because that would be like double dispatching. And that's not right. I know some drivers that do it here. I wouldn't do that to D&E. They take care of me. They do their job. They do an awesome job.
Currently, I'm in that same situation with my carrier Dart.
Yeah.
So I can't grow too much because I have to honor they're my business partner. So while I'm in this contract, I need to, if I'm going to go get the customer, it would be going to get the customer for them to try to build contracts with them, right? Because they have the capacity, they have the trucks. Ultimately, they're my carrier. So if I bring a customer in, it's going to go to my carrier because I'm not a carrier yet. I don't have my own MC number, right? So that I'm still in those parameters. So I'm kind of stuck there until, but that doesn't stop me from showing my face, introducing myself, letting them know that I'm out there, letting them know that I'm running with this broker. It looks good for the broker. It looks good for my carrier. Right now, I'm their representation,
Now, see, that's what I'm taking some classes now on marketing.
Yeah.
And stuff. So, I'm taking some refresher courses in marketing. So that's keeping me busy. Right now, I'm doing the taxes that I'm kind of a little behind on. So, because I changed my CPA, that's why. So I got to start all over with my new CPA. So that's taking a lot of time, but learn to market. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking some classes. And that's not just in trucking, that's just in everything, in art, which I'm doing my art. And
Great.
is that, who's that there?
That's your client. That's your client, Humberto.
Oh, that's Humberto.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, now I know you didn't say anything.
Hey,
'Cause I gotta watch the
Dodi,
road.
I just heard you say you left Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I left
I mean,
Pennsylvania like, was it yesterday? Yeah, like yesterday afternoon.
in Dayton, Ohio,
Oh, really?
on at the loves at the highway I-75. Yeah, 75. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm on I-71 right now. I'm in almost. I just left Cincinnati, Ohio, so I'm not even
Oh.
in. I'm not even in Ohio anymore. But yeah, I gotta
Hmm.
get with you. Um, I believe Robin told me he was gonna send me your number, so I'll get with you later this afternoon. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. No
Because you
problem.
wanted, because I need to know some information about your business card. And like I said, Shannon, if you want, I can make a business card for you too. You know.
I need a logo because I've got one and I'm not happy with it, and I am stumped. Because I'm not artistic, I'm stumped on something better. Like I
Thank you, man.
I can't even call the printing office and say like I'm not happy with this, but I don't really know what I want, right?
Well, I got 2 customers here. Then good.
Yeah,
I
I would, Dodie, I would be honored if you would, be able to come up with something cool.
Yeah, they won't charge you
I
guys anything, but
No,
I
okay,
don't know what I wanted yet.
but
I don't know
I
what
got
I
it.
wanted yet. I have to talk to you about that because I really don't know.
Yeah, but like I gotta say, it might take me a week or 2 longer than usual because I gotta work on the taxes first. Okay,
yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta get
I'm
it
not
straight
in
with
any
my
hurry,
CPA.
but you let me know when you're ready, and we'll do it.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I still going to vacation and stuff like that, so you have plenty of time.
Okay, yeah, I'll be taking off.
Humberto, while you're on vacation and your creative juices are flowing, you can make some sketches of some ideas that you have to give to her,
Yeah,
so that
what I
you
need
can
to
get
know is a little bit about what you guys
Well,
want.
I know, like a bit what I wanted or whatever. But
you got to sketch it for her, because then she'll make it better, but at least it'll give her something, an idea of what you're
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah,
yeah,
what?
of course.
And
I'm a terrible sketch artist, so it's gonna be awful, but
I don't know how to get in touch with you guys. I can put my email address if you guys want. You guys can email me.
here, I'll write it down right now. What is it?
But Dodi, you put my number in your some paper or whatever.
I did. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sorry.
Robin was the day before yesterday. Told me he sent you a message with my
Yeah, he
number.
sent me a message. I believe. I'm pretty sure he did it. One thing I don't do is text. Okay, being
Yeah,
that I
no.
haul steel and like coils now, I don't text. I got rid of the app, everything. I don't text. I'll look at it
No,
maybe
it's good.
once a month. So if you guys
Okay,
text
so
me,
text me out. So I'll tell you
don't get
what,
offended.
if Real
Yeah,
Burger
if you're
King,
gonna, if anything, just give me a call.
yeah, Will
And in
Burger or
fact,
Dar's got your number. I can get it from them. How's that?
I'll just give it to you now. I'll give you my number. Okay.
I don't
Dodi,
want
if you're gonna Dodi, wait. If you're gonna say in here, everybody gonna know your number.
Okay, I guess I won't.
Don't
I'll
do
get
that.
it from Will Burger or Dar, okay?
Okay. All right.
Let's do
And
it
you
that way.
too. I think I got yours. I haven't checked, but I will. And once I'm done today, so anyway,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, we'll get it going. I'll get you guys set up.
Okay, that sounds good. We'll get in touch that way. I see the hot seat has joined us finally, and Toga says, "What's up?" Jerome Jones says, "Try Fiverr for logos." I did try Fiverr. I'm not really I'm not pleased with how they do it. Like, I don't know the person. I don't have any connection to the person. It feels a little weird. I don't know. I didn't really like that. So I went to a local print shop and had them give it a try.
Uh-huh.
Emailed back and forth. I'm not really pleased, but again, it's my fault because I don't really. I'm still haven't decided, like, I want the truck with the big muscle or the balloons or whatever. Like, I don't even, like, I can't figure it out yet. So it's my fault. But yeah, I did try. I actually had Fiverr do some work for my real estate company website, and that actually turned
Hey,
out.
Shannon.
Yeah.
Shannon.
Yeah.
I was just at the Dart terminal.
You were?
No, but wait. I don't even know. I don't really know if it's Dart terminal or no. You know Dayton Airport? You
Yeah.
ever been at Dayton? Okay, is when you go on the back of the airport, you have like the Dart down there.
Yeah. I know.
So
Yeah, that's our terminal. That's our safety lane terminal.
I was there because I was looking for the company because the guy say, "Oh, my load is very important. I need it fast." So they are saying they are there today. So I was there. Nobody was there, but not at Dart.
No.
There's another company.
It's a basically where they have a mechanic shop in there, and that's it. Like, they fix our trailers there, and they fix tractors if drivers need it, but it's nothing. There's no lounge, there's no facilities for us. Like, it's just, that's it. So it's not like on the map as one of our terminals, yet it is there. So if we have trouble with the trailer, need to take it and drop it off, or it got crashed or whatever, or like I went there to get my tires. It's kind of like a side terminal.
Because the thing is very small. It's very small.
Yeah.
I saw it's small. It's not big.
Yeah, it's like you don't know about it unless you know about it. It's one of those.
Well, I was surprised when I actually drive, and then I did a U-turn to park to see where, because the GPS says is over there, and then
Yeah.
I was looking. Now it's impossible, and then I see it was something about the steel, but I was not delivering steel. I'm delivering a paper, newsprint paper. So I was at the other side.
Yeah, it's right behind there. Yep, those docks are right there. You can see them.
Yeah, it's right on the other side. Yeah.
Where's Dart?
Well, but
the headquarters of Dart is located in Eagan, Minnesota.
Okay.
Then they have a terminal in Lancaster, Texas, and they have one in Georgia, Ellenwood, Georgia, and then there's one in Bolingbrook, Illinois, and then there's one in Indiana that's kind of like a side terminal too. So they're kind of all over.
Okay, I'm ready.
But the main headquarters is out of Eagan, Minnesota.
I'm gonna have the 12, but just the chicken, the sandwich, and the fries.
Don't eat no fries.
No, it's just the 12, but just the sandwich and the fries. That's it.
No fries.
Yes, fries. I love fries. The large one.
Fries.
Shannon, gonna eat something. You're gonna eat something.
No fries.
Hey, get a chocolate shake for me, all right?
You want a chocolate shake? Okay.
Hey, may I say something, Shannon?
I drove all night. I drove all night. I'm still here. Where's the snow in Detroit? Where's the snow in Detroit? They're crying so much snow. The airport is closed. It's nothing. I was in Montreal. Was lots of snow. In Toronto was lots of snow. After Toronto, nothing. Like, I was like, where's the snow in Detroit? Come on.
It's melted already.
Oh yeah.
my parents got 7 inches, and they sent me photos of it, and it's already melted. And that was just Friday. That's how Michigan is.
we get like in some place like over 3 feet of snow.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not that is. But I believe this week is the last. Because
Yeah,
like
I
was,
do. I do too.
I'm
Hopefully.
tired. I'm tired of snow.
Yeah, we all are.
Shannon,
I told you.
may I say
Well,
something
go ahead.
to
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sterling? Um,
Yeah.
if Sterling is still here, because I know he's in his car, so he has a little extra time and stuff. And I'm going to be in Memphis tomorrow morning. And if he's going to be passing through, because I know we're going to cross paths at one point in time. I don't know what his route is going to Florida,
Thank you, man.
but I'm thinking if he's going to go through there, I'll gladly wait for him for my next load before I take my next load tomorrow. So yeah, just if he's still around, let him know. You know, maybe he can get a hold of me or you somehow. We gotta make
Yeah.
contact somehow. Start
Yeah,
getting each other's numbers.
I don't know if he's still watching, but I know he heard you mention that earlier. And he'll be live. He's going to be going live, so just make sure you got notifications on for him too. But yeah, I'll let him know too.
That's another
Can
thing.
my moderators handle that person with that comment, please?
That's another thing with what do you call it? The lives and stuff. I mean, the notifications.
Yeah.
For some reason, I keep getting unsubscribed. Ow, it's bumpy here. I'm in Kentucky. Can you tell?
Oh, you know what? Today happened in two of people, the Sterling and Will Burner. I was going to check. I was not Will Burner and the Sterling subscriber. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? That's why I never receive any notifications from them practically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't get notifications. I don't get. Sometimes I'm like totally unsubscribed. I've had to subscribe to Havana so many times already. She's probably thinking I'm not subscribed to her.
Right,
And
like you're jumping off her channel and stuff. Yeah, you
yeah,
gotta watch it because, like I said, even the people that I watch all the time, I've noticed like at some certain points I'm not
Yeah.
getting some of the notifications. So you got to keep an eye on your YouTube.
so my apologies if you see me that I subscribed again. It's like I've been subscribed, but I'm just resubscribing.
Yeah,
Aaron,
that's what I'm gonna do. It.
Turn. Look at this comment, you guys. What you going to do when the 1.5% rise and become shaman kings and evolve into the native gods? The world you know will be over with. Thanks for helping build our world, even though you stole it. Kids don't do drugs. That's all I got to say about that.
I don't understand why people do drugs when they are seeing drugs kill people. Drugs is not good. I don't know why they are even try.
Yeah, I agree. Gold Phoenix is in the house. Let's
Shannon,
talk the positive.
in all of my family, I'm the only one never smoke.
That's great. You're gonna live longer.
Good for you.
Well,
Unless you keep eating them fries. You have to quit the fries.
no, I'm tired. I'm not gonna make anything. I'm tired. I'm just gonna eat. Gonna take a shower. I'm gonna deliver only tomorrow, so I'm gonna have like 16 hours, something like that. But it's too fucking hot. I have to keep the truck running.
Right.
It's too hot. I was like the AC was on max. I just go inside, come back. It was like it's a full oven over here already.
You need to get one of the APUs, brother.
Yeah. No, but that truck is not mine, so I don't care.
Oh yeah. No, get one on your own truck. Like I won't put one on this truck until if I walk out with the title, then y'all invest in it. But
now on the international, I want to sell it. I saw 3 Peterbilts, 579 for sale, and both of the 3 of them they have a APU.
Oh, okay.
But I want to sell it first. Mine. I'm going to vacations and vacation and ever, so I'm not going to buy anything yet. But I want to sell the international. He drinks too much.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like the 79. No, I'm going to do flatbed. No, I'm not going to flatbed. I'm going to step deck. Doddy froze. I think Doddy did froze, yeah?
Yeah, she froze. You're frozen, Dodie. It looks like a great thumbnail, though.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Hey! Bless her heart.
Okay,
I don't
bye.
Uh-oh, we
You
almost had
froze.
her. Gold Phoenix says, hell, I was asleep. I just so happened to notice I never get notifications. The bell is on and everything. Well, then unsubscribe and resubscribe, Gold Phoenix.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because no, I'm not for you. To you, I receive your notifications all the time. But like Will Burner, forget it. I'm never receive nothing from him. And just today, just before I realized I was not his subscriber anymore. I'm like, the fuck? How is that going on? And was Sterling. I was just watching Sterling yesterday and everything was okay. So today disappeared.
Yeah.
So
So everybody be aware. Keep an eye on your subscriptions.
yeah,
I
special the ones.
try to do my lives just during the weekends unless I feeling froggy during the week. But I got a busy week this week, so I'm planning on just,
Special, yeah, but special the people you actually talk every day, practically, the ones
Yeah.
participate.
yeah. If you know that they're posting regularly and they're like missing for a few days, you gotta check your.
No, I know. Will Burner is not doing stuff for a while.
Yeah.
But I'm like, the heck, it's not even a post or nothing. So I did go, and then Will Burner comment on my live this morning, and I know I give him a ranch, and he's not coming blue. So I click on him to check, and he was like, subscribe. I did try subscribe, and it's just say error. I'm like, the fuck.
Right.
I think it's the YouTube some problems or something like that.
Yeah, I think you just gotta, as a maintenance, just kind of keep an eye on everybody. Gold Phoenix, good morning. It's time to pour your espresso. Did you get that espresso machine? That's what I want to know. The one that I told you about on Walmart. Did you get it?
Is the one he put the capsules?
No, Gold Phoenix is a coffee connoisseur, and so he was asking on his channel. He put a call out to that if anybody knew about an espresso machine that was small enough to fit on the truck.
Yeah.
No, so I found one at Walmart, and I had sent him that message, and so I was wondering if he's gotten it yet. He says I didn't, but I'm parked next to a Starbucks. There you go. That'll do for now, bro.
I was going to do a drone video today. The weather is fantastic, but I can't because I'm very close to the airport.
Oh, right. Yeah, don't play with that. Don't play with that. Not yet.
No,
Get out there.
if I want, no. If I want, I have to call them, but they make me pay a fee.
Yeah, just
But
wait
that's
till
what
you get
forget it.
somewhere else.
Yeah, I want to go to the West. The West, I love the West. Oh my goodness, I love the West.
Yeah. Who's doing? Stepped In It Trucking is doing some killer things with his drone, and so Sterling, Sterling started doing it because Sterling got a new drone, so he's got those are going to be coming up. But yeah, they're. I don't know if I'll ever do that one day, but I really think it's cool when you can film your truck,
Yeah, I did that. I did that already, but I did not at the time because the YouTube do not let me do it. At the time, I was just putting on Facebook. But now I remember I have idea. I'm gonna download all the videos from Facebook and upload on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna cancel Facebook. Facebook is a bunch of scammers.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
I have a page, Shannon Thomas Trucking, on Facebook. But honestly, you guys, I might throw a live and send it over there once in a while. But I don't like Facebook, and I'm staying off of Facebook.
No, I'm gonna cancel Facebook.
Ignore it. I totally ignore it unless I get a notification that my kids posted something with the babies on it, right? Yeah. But it's not it's too invasive. It's like a whole set of bad weeds. and I don't
Yeah,
like it.
on the beginning of Facebook was nice, was a nice website, but then boom, forget
Well,
that.
I think the more we learn about how invasive it is, I think that's really what's turning me off about it. Like, I don't want them to know everything. Sterling just went live to do an
Oh,
update on his.
really?
So let's all go over and see Sterling's latest update.
Yeah, I want to see where is it because it's coming.
God.
I remember Sterling was coming on my way. I want to see if he's close to me.
Yeah, so thanks everybody for coming in. I appreciate and love all of you so much. I hope that you have a great week this week and be safe out there, and hopefully we got springtime everywhere all week. Like, that's really what I'm hoping.
Oh yes.
Lord knows we're all sick of the disasters after disasters.
Oh,
after
before you go, Shannon, look. Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah, that's what it looks like here in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
want to thank my guest Humberto. Thanks for coming on, and Dodie, which is she's got a page Edgewood 66, and also Cheap Freight Hauler. He's also got a channel, and that was the first time we got to see Cheap Freight Hauler. So thanks, Cheap Freight Hauler. If you're still in here, I don't know if we lost him entirely or if he just decided to duck out on video, but thanks, Cheap Freight Hauler, for coming in, and all of you for hanging out. We did a 3 hours and 11 minutes today. I'm going to call it quits. Sterling just went live, and we want to catch up with his journey. So I love you guys, and have a great week this week. Go kill it.
bye guys.
Bye-bye.
See you.